I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Idaho, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
Talk about open enrollment for health insurance. Your Health Idaho's got you covered with all you need to know. Open enrollment is the time of year where you can enroll in or change your health insurance coverage. And Your Health Idaho is the place to go for quality coverage at a lower cost. 25% of enrollees pay $25 or less. Make sure to enroll by December 16th to get covered and save money.
It doesn't matter how it's about whatever makes you say to yourself, I am great.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
Dear road rivals, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Nissan and Ford charge extra for maintenance. At Toyota, we take care of our drivers. Join us. Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to the 6A State Championship here on IdahoSports.com. The state championship today on Idaho Sports is presented by Project Filter, Your Health Idaho, Ideal Idaho's College Savings Program, Valleywide Cooperative, your local Toyota dealers, and Dip Fusion Helmet Reconditioning, as well as the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, as always, our player of the game sponsor. Today we come to you live from Albertson Stadium on the campus of Boise State University, home of the Boise State Broncos, right here on the blue turf, as Eagle and Rigby are set to do battle here in the state championship. Logan Green, Ryan Luke on the call here high above the stadium. Great scene here today. Rigby in the all-white uniforms. Their fans attempting a whiteout as much as you can. If you've got a white sweatshirt, you're here for it. But if you don't, you're still going to wear that jacket here on a cold day as Eagle shows up in the all-white uniforms, white helmets, white pants, just the all-whites. Eagle in green jerseys, green helmet, and white pants as the coin toss has been completed. Rigby is going to receive the opening kickoff. The teams exchange pleasantries at midfield, and we are ready to go.
Ready to go, and I love this matchup. I love the idea that we have two schools that are complete opposite ends of the state, about the same size of enrollment, a lot of success in the sports program, specifically in football, and they're showing up here. Both had a little bit different path. You know, some say that last week's matchup with Rocky Mountain was a state championship, and I think the Eagle Mustangs would say, you know what, I don't think that is the state championship we're actually playing for it. But as they come in, Rigby, one loss just to Coeur d'Alene at the beginning of the season, and since then have been on a tear. Now, Eagle, on the other hand, two losses. Their first loss came against West Linn out of Oregon, and mind you, West Linn is one of the best teams, if not the best team in the state of Oregon. Came in and beat the Eagle Mustangs. Noah Burnham was injured that game. You know, fiddled with some injuries throughout, but Eagle continued to play really well and took it all the way to the SIC championship game versus Rocky Mountain, where they found their second loss. And a lot of people are pointing to that game saying, well, hey, Rigby ended up beat Rocky Mountain, and Eagle lost to Rocky, therefore Rigby's going to do it. But I think this is a different Eagle team. We know what we're getting with Rigby. You get a fundamentally great team. I mean, quite frankly, this is a legacy. This is a juggernaut. This is a team that's there every year. And then with Eagle, what we have is a team that perennially puts a good team on the floor and on the field. Go ahead.
Well, that circular win you could also reverse for Eagle. Eagle just beat Coeur d'Alene last week, and Coeur d'Alene beat Rigby to start the season. So
sure,
there's a lot of circular, well, we beat them, they beat me, they beat you, and so on and so forth. And we are ready for the opening kickoff. Eagle is going to boot it off from left to right. It'll come off of the foot of Lucas Buchhold, and here we go. This one is caught at the 1-yard line by the Trojans. A good return here across the 20-yard line and no further. That's Parker Graham on the return. Graham, a good job. He caught it right at the 1-yard line. A return of 20 yards to the 21-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Rigby from that spot. Ball here on the near hash. Again, Rigby moving from right to left as you hear it. 11:54 to go here in the first quarter.
Connor LeBeau on the tackle. And mind you, right now, you'll see a lot of those Eagles starters, their ones are going to be playing both on special teams and playing because they're not going to let anything get by. Rigby is explosive. They're looking to wrap them up and take them down initially. No-look backfield. Here we go. No backs in the backfield. Yeah,
everybody spread wide right now for Rigby. 3 receivers up top, 1 here to the near side. They're going to bring Duenas in motion. Duenas now to the left of Flowers. Flowers hands it off to Duenas. Duenas up the right side. He goes for about 4 yards down to the 25-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 6 yards to go, 11:42 on the clock.
Duenas is a big back. He's a very athletic back. He's kind of that, I'm going to bang you around, but I'll jump stop you. He has great explosiveness in and out of his cuts. And you're going to see a healthy dose. It was interesting. We were talking to some of the Rigby people. They'll rotate 3 backs back there. I mean, they are going to keep you on your heels playing run defense for the whole game.
2nd and 6, bunch formation this time. Everybody in close. They're going to hand it off to Duenas again. He goes right up the middle. He's going to go down at the 30-yard line. They might give him to the other side of the 30. Either way, it's going to be 3rd and short, 3rd and about 1, 11:05 to go here first quarter.
Yeah, 3 and out would be great, but I'm going to tell you right now, I have done a Rigby State Championship football game. They don't go. I mean, this is 4-down territory. Unless they're backed up on their own, we'll call it 15-yard line in, they're going to continually go for it. So you've got to get them out. I mean, you've got to get them 4th, 3rd and very long, this 3rd and short.
They'll bring a man in motion here on 3rd and 1, and they're going to hand it off again to Duenas. He's got the 1st down and a little bit more. They're going to spot him at the 34-yard line. A pick up a 4 and a 1st down for the Trojans.
Yeah, gang tackle, and you got to do it too with these guys. If they slip tackles, eventually Rigby, what they want to do, and Eagle needs to avoid this if they're going to stay in the game. Yes, they will grind you out, but all of a sudden you'll see a play action. You've got to get them off the field, and you can't let them beat you with anything big. You're okay with these short gains, but you've got to get them off the field if you're the Eagle defense.
3 straight runs for the Trojans, and they've got themselves a first down. They'll bring a man in motion this time, and again, Duenas will get the handoff. Duenas has got some room. He breaks free. He's across midfield. He's got one man to beat. He's across the 20, down to the 15. He's caught from behind at the 10-yard line. Duenas down the near sideline. A huge run for the Trojans, and it's 1st and goal for Rigby at the 8.
Yeah, we just talked about that. The blocking was superb. They brought a far guard, and he came across. He trapped the defensive end, and there was a massive crease. You could have driven the perennial bus through that hole that was coming off the left side, and Duenas really didn't have to make anybody miss. He just turned the gas on. Luckily, Gavin Crawford came in and with the touchdown-saving tackle.
Duenas was very patient, waited for the hole to open up the left side. He takes it and was off to the races. So 1st and goal, Rigby. They've got 2 receivers to the far side. Now they'll move 2 men in motion over to the left. This time back beside Flowers, and we've got a whistle, timeout. Rigby head coaches are not head coach. That's Coach Gonzalez. That's not Coach Gonzalez out there. Some assistant coaches out there really upset. They didn't like what they saw. But back there this time was Amani Morrell, transfer in from Skyline, that has taken over at running back. Duenas getting a well-reserved breather after that extremely long run down the field. And timeout on the field. That'll give us a chance to thank some of our local sponsors here today. Idaho Drug and Rigby, a tradition in pharmacy since 1947, where your health is their priority. Whether you need a prescription refilled on their mobile app or a gift for that special someone, visit Idaho Drug on Main Street for all your pharmacy and drugstore needs. They also offer free local delivery. Idaho Drug is a proud supporter of Rigby athletics and wish the boys good luck in the state championship. At Jab Construction, they won't tell you they're right. They won't tell you they're the right choice. They'll show you. As Rigby's #1 custom home builder, they are dedicated to honesty and communication to ensure your property is built the right way. Go Trojans from Jab Construction.
And coming out of this break, if you're Eagle and you're the Eagle coaches, you just have to weather the storm. They may score here, but just weather the storm and keep yourself in the ball game.
Rigby moves 2 men over to the near side. Now they'll bring another one in motion. Now it's Duenas back in the backfield. Duenas is wrapped up immediately. That was Jackson LeBeau who came in hot over the left side, brings down Duenas for a loss of 2.
Yeah, Nate Williams there too, and that was good penetration. Williams came from the far side, and he followed, it looked like he followed when they shifted, he came across knowing that it was going to go to the power side, this near side, which was the short side of the field. I'm going to tell you right now, Rigby looks like a college football team. They are big, they are clean, and they are disciplined. And the way they move, they run this is a pro offense.
2nd and goal, ball on the 10-yard line. Everybody bunched left this time for Rigby, and movement. This is going to come back another 5 yards. Couple of guys here on the near side of the offensive line moved a little bit early. I think there was 2 of them. So this is going to be now 2nd and goal from the 15-yard line for Rigby. 9 minutes and 6 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
And this is ideal, right? Because they can grind you. Just don't give up any big plays. And if you can hold them to a field goal here, absolute moral victory. The other thing, too, and we'll notice this throughout the game, when Rigby snaps the ball, both the back and the quarterback are moving towards the line of scrimmage. And sometimes they tend to go before the ball's even snapped. That's one of the tells that I've seen in Rigby in past years and along this year. So if you're the Eagle defense, you got to tee off on that.
2 receivers stacked here to the near side. They'll bring 2 men in motion that will almost cross. Now to the right of Flowers is Duenas, and another flag. This is a delay of game. Rigby is just going backwards, and the Eagle defense is pumping their arms up and getting the crowd involved as Rigby has done nothing but go backwards after that long run by Duenas.
Yeah, and I'm looking over at the far sideline, and what they were asking for was a play clock to be reset. And the truth is in this stadium you have a play clock, and we'll see if they're running it. It doesn't look like they're running it.
3 receivers to the far side. Ball here on the near hash for Flowers. Flowers looking to throw. Flowers, he's got a man open over the middle, and he goes up top, and it's caught inside the 10, and a flag comes out after the fact. I'm not sure what that's going to be, but it's Evan Freeman on the reception. Gets the ball back to the original line of scrimmage, the 8-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be a face mask. When he went up for the reception, Aaron Zerno was a fantastic, superb defensive back for this Eagle team. Played really well all season, but he was trying to knock the ball away, and he got his fingers caught in the face mask as he was going up to rip or snap the ball out. And he knew it too. He just looked at the flag and walked away, which is unfortunate for Eagle because at this point it's going to be an automatic first down.
So it was just a 5-yard variety. So they moved it half the distance to the goal because it was at the 8-yard line. So it's at the 4. 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line for Rigby. 3 receivers to the far side. Ball in the near hash. Flowers rolls to his right, looking to throw. He's got a man in the back of the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown, Rigby.
That was a good look, and it was a layered. It was a rollout to the right to the far side of the field. And they ran a layered. They ran somebody short of the goal line, right in the middle of the end zone, and in the back of the end zone, and they staggered them, and Flowers made the read. What you're doing there is you make the defensive back, specifically the safety in that instance, commit to the short receiver or the long receiver, and you pick him, and you pick the back receiver, and he was wide open to run along the far side, or the far, I guess, baseline, we'll call it.
Yeah, it was Kaysen Thomas that was on that, the back of the end zone as the extra point is up and is good by Ricks. So 7-0 our score, but Flowers was rolling to his right, and he had, I think you said this, Ron, he had 2 guys he could have gone to over there on the right side. They were all drifting to the right pylon, and he hit he hit Thomas on that back, just right on the back of the end zone for the touchdown. So a 4-yard touchdown catch by number 1, Kaysen Thomas from Luke Flowers at the 8:01 mark makes it 7-0 Rigby. The Rigby Trojans, the Rigby Red Devils, take your pick. During the state tournaments, during the state football tournament, Rigby takes on the old moniker of the Red Devils. Back in the day, they used to be the Red Devils. Rigby High School used to be that back in the 40s. They had a couple different high schools that were in that area, in Manan, Louisville. One of them burned down. I believe the one that was out towards Manan, it burns down. Those schools all combined. Everybody resets, and they all pick a new mascot, which was the Trojans. But for the playoffs, they go back and they look back to the heritage and play as the Red Devils. So that's a little,
wow, bit of a history there, Logan.
Yeah,
Let's go.
You know? So a little piece of information there.
Yeah, and Rigby, again, taking this on, talking to some of the people around the Rigby program, and I've even said this before, I would love to see some sort of documentary on the rise of Rigby football within these past 7 to 8 years and what it's looking like and how they got to be where they are because, again, we're talking dynasty here, guys.
So here's the kickoff. It's caught at the 15-yard line by Eagle and some room to run across the 30, across the 35, still going down to about the 38-yard line. That return was by Aaron Zerno. Good return that time.
Yeah, good return. And you're going to see Eagle play, and I guess fortunately and unfortunately, I've done enough Eagle games, been around the program enough. You'll see, and I've seen a little bit of the evolution of this team, and they play a little more conservative than some of the other teams, but ultimately they're looking for a long ball. So this one, hey, you know what? Wrap your arms up, good field position, 37-yard line, and let's go to work with that offense, with that dynamic running duo of Austin Ramsey and Noah Burnham.
So 1st and 10 for Eagle. Ball on the 38-yard line. Mustangs moving from left to right. They'll hand this one off, and they'll keep it on the ground. Nowhere to go. Rigby defense doesn't give any running room at all for Noah Burnham, and he stopped after maybe a gain of 2.
Yeah, scouting report on Eagle, bottle the run. Make Austin Ramsey beat you through the air with his arm, which he's very capable of doing. But Noah Burnham, Austin Ramsey, both of them really good with their legs. And if you're Rigby, that's what you bottle. I mean, you stack the box. You make them, you run man defense on the outside, and you stack it and you make them beat you with the legs. Which, by the way, Burnham's going to rip some. He's going to break some stuff off this game. You will see it. It's just how few.
So 2nd down here, and whistles blow, and Rigby's pointing that way, and that seems to be the case. False start will move it back 5 yards.
Yeah, Burnham was the running back, and they sent Austin Ramsey to the far side as a receiver, and that was obviously a run the whole way. He did the same thing that we talked about prior with Rigby. Everybody kind of got a little antsy and moving forward before the ball was snapped. It was pure run mode. If you're an offensive lineman, you're getting twitched up, man. You're ready to just explode off the ball and get into that run blocking and run some people over.
So second down, second and long, and there's a run right side here. They're going to get close to the 40-yard line, and that's where they'll spot the ball. That's, again, Burnham on the carry. Burnham gets the penalty yardage back and a little bit more down to the 40. It's going to be third down, about 7 yards here at 6:30 to go in the first quarter, and the Rigby fans come alive on the opposite side of the field.
A lot to be excited about here. I mean, your defense, you guys have just punched one in the end zone. You have a third and long now. This team right now, Rigby can set the pace for the rest of the game with the 3 and out.
Third down, Rigby fans on their feet, waving their white towels in the air. Shotgun formation here for Eagle as Ramsey's in the shotgun. Ramsey takes the snap. He's going to look to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to be sacked. He's brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a sack by number 20, Gage Jones, and the Mustangs will be forced to punt.
Yeah, they list Gage Jones as a linebacker, which he is, and as he comes flying in, they brought him on a blitz from the far side. He chased. Ramsey was flushed away from it, trying to get rid of it, and that 3 and out is huge, and they did exactly what we were telling you about, which is make Ramsey beat you with the arm, and they countered that with the blitz from the far side.
So Eagle now 4th down and 19, and no doubt punt situation here for the Mustangs as they stand way back inside the 15 for the punt, and it's blocked! It's blocked by Rigby! It's going to be scooped! It's going to be scored! Touchdown Trojans! It was blocked and picked up and run into the end zone! That's number 13, Quinn Bennett for the touchdown.
Boy, and when it rains, it pours. And they brought the rush on. They came through and blocked it. And, they run that funky setup where you don't have the stacked line. They stagger it and they bring some blockers in. And typically you feel as if you're a protector, you just push the man away thinking that your guy's going to have enough time to punt the ball, maybe just a hand on him. And not the case. It went right up the middle, almost as if they have practiced punt block.
I mean, they had tons of pressure back there. There was a couple of different Trojan/Red Devils in the area, and it gets blocked and scooped and picked up by number 13, Quinn Bennett, the senior, who scores on about a 5-yard return. That's all it took once he got his hands on it. As Ricks lines up for the extra point, it is up, and it doinks off the goalpost, no good. So it stays 13-10, or 13-0. But a 5-yard punt block return for number 13.
So, again, you've got to weather the storm. Rigby amped here, knowing that they're coming in as the favorite. And if you are this Eagle Mustang offense, you've got to say, guys, we got to put this together. Even if they don't score on this drive, you're not out of the game. It's only 13-0. You got to come back and at least put some semblance of a drive together. And whether that just be straight running the ball to get a couple of first downs and move this ball, you don't have to score. That is not completely imminent, but you do have to establish something right here. Now, if you're Rigby, I mean, you're going for the kill shot right now. You can plug him. You make him punt on a 3 and out, and all of a sudden that offense gets back on the field. That defense has been on the field the majority of this first quarter. 5:13 left here in the first quarter. Defensively, you got to be saying, we got to figure something out.
Hey, Brolam's Fresh Food has always been a proud supporter of the Rigby Trojans. Good luck in the state championship from everybody at Brolam's. Also, if you're someone who enjoys a propane fireplace but you're having problems with your pilot light, unexpected noises, excessive soot, or strange odors, give Fall River Propane a call. They service all makes and models of propane fireplaces. Fall River Propane, your full-service propane provider. So Rigby set to kick it off. Again, it's been a busy first quarter, 5:13 to go. And it's already 13-0 Trojans. Here comes the kickoff. This one is going to be fielded at the 8-yard line by Eagle. Looking for an answer here are the Mustangs, and some room to run on this return across the 35, across the 40, down to the 44-yard line are the Mustangs. On the return again, that time was number 1, Aaron Zerno. A good return there, and I think they'll spot it about the 30, we'll say the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Or no, 43-yard line, 43. 1st and 10 Eagle.
Yeah, 1st and 10. And that works, right? There's your spark plug. Okay, offense. come out and get it. And you can see, look, watch for that same return. They did a return right. You created an alley, and you see Zerno being very patient as he runs through there. Something else might happen during this game based off of those results.
Here's a pitch to the left side for Eagle. Some room to run, getting the edge across midfield, across the 45, down to the 40-yard line is Noah Burnham. A good run up the left side. Burnham got a lot of good blocks there around the edge and was able to turn it. When you see that stretch play, you want to see, can I get around the edge? Burnham does so, and inside Rigby territory.
Snooks, the receiver, came out, and there were two men. He blocked the outside man. Burnham jab-stepped inside, and he drew the defender in, and then he took it to the outside with a burst. And you're not going to catch Noah Burnham if he has any kind of crease on the corner.
1st and 10 Eagle. They'll move a man in motion to the left side. Here's the pitch again to Burnham. Burnham's got some room on the left edge. Burnham's across the 35 and out of bounds at the 30. A pickup of, no, they'll spot him at the 32. They'll say he stepped out. A pickup of 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1 from that spot for Eagle. 4 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. 13-0 Rigby.
Yeah, they ran the same play. I mean, that was literally the same play. And Jack Giannini, who plays tight end and linebacker for him, came out and just had a devastating block. He knocked the first defender back into the second defender, was able to seal that edge or collapse that edge as Burnham came around the edge. Lots of edges there. He came around the outside, able to pick up good yardage.
2nd and 1, and they'll pitch it now here to the right side and trying to get around. They've got across the 30, and Burnham's got a first down, brought down by number 51, Feki Paua for Rigby, but not after a first down picked up by Eagle.
They ran the same play. Literally, they just flipped the script and ran it to the other side. Same motion, same toss. This time they ran behind Sione Perkins, and Sione Perkins, the big 6'9", 2-something, I mean, he's massive, came out and he was road grading. He'd blown his defender, the guy he was blocking, about 5 yards back as Burnham came up on his backside, well past the first down.
4:25 and counting here in the first quarter. Eagle moving from left to right. They're knocking on the Rigby red zone right now. Ball at the 29-yard line. Pistol formation this time, more like the wishbone here. They're going to snap it and looking to throw for the first time today. Eagle, here comes the pass to the right side and over the head of Burnham at the 15-yard line. He was open. That one just a little too high. That would have been good for a first down and more, probably down to at least the 10-yard line, but it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a delayed route. Burnham was the back out of the end zone, out of the backfield, and his initial look was on the far side. He had man coverage, and they run in the go route. And then he waited, and this Eagle offensive line is massive. You have not seen them in person. They are massive. Good run, good pass protection. Burnham was delayed after he took the fake handoff, and Burnham's not very tall. I mean, he may be 5'7" on paper, but if Ramsey drops it in there, that thing's going for bigger yardage.
2nd down, 2nd and 10 here for Eagle. This time it'll be kept by Ramsey, and Ramsey can't get much there. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. I think he actually got a yard down to the 38-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 coming up here for Eagle. Ball at the 28-yard line, 3:59 to go in the first quarter.
You got to be careful, Austin Ramsey. You put your head down, and that was helmet to helmet. I mean, that was a big collision, and he turned around and he looked at him. But again, they're not using the play clocks here, which would be ideal. It's just
it would be great if they turn those on. That's always a one thing. Like, I wish there was some way, you kind of just have to guess, and you'll know once the official puts his hand up in the back, which he's done, the back judge. Jamin Udi's put his arm up. Now he's doing the countdown. The ball is snapped, and it's over the head of the quarterback, and Eagle is all sorts of in trouble here, all the way back to the 40-yard line, and they lose about 10 yards here on an errant play. The ball was snapped. Rigby was not ready for it. Eagle they weren't ready. The quarterback wasn't ready. The back wasn't ready. It goes over the head of everybody, and now it's 4th down and 20. 4th and 19 here for Eagle, and this is the no man's land area of the field. The ball's at the 38-yard line. If you punt it, you might get 20 yards out of it. You might as well go for it, is a lot of teams' opinions, even on 4th and long, which is what Eagle's going to do right here.
Or pooch punt. Remember, Noah Burnham can play punter. In fact, that's how he hurt his knee at the beginning of the year. They're going to take the delay of game, and then they're going to let Burnham punt this thing out.
So
Or I lied. They're going to take some time out.
So they call a timeout. And Rigby goes to the sidelines, and they pump up the crowd, and rightfully so. Hey, Taylor Chevrolet is proud to support Rigby athletics. Taylor Chevrolet has been serving the Upper Valley for over 90 years with excellent service and a stellar sales team. Taylor Chevrolet is home to oil changes for life. That's right. Buy any new or used vehicle and never worry about your oil again at Taylor Chevrolet. They're your Southeast Idaho auto leader with a wide selection of Chevrolet and Cadillac models. Come in today and get your vehicle you want with oil changes for life at Taylor Chevrolet. ProPete fertilizer is an enviro-friendly product that reduces leaching. ProPete can help replace organic matter back into the soil. ProPete is a great product for turf and ornamental applications as it encourages steady plant growth for healthier turf with less mowing and thatch. Uses range from lawns and gardens to shrubs and trees. ProPete wants to wish the Trojans good luck here in today's game. It is 4th and 19, and they're coming out to go for it. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver here to the near side for Eagle, and now he's going to go back to punt this one, and they do the quarterback punt, and this one dies at the 1 and just gets into the end zone. Almost able to get down there for Eagle was number 14, Dallin Snooks. He almost got it. The ball hit at the 1-yard line and just went maybe a yard into the end zone before falling there. So, they give up 18 yards here on that punt. That's where sometimes, I don't know, in that position, if it's me, I like going for it. It's just 18 yards,
Yeah, and we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, Eagle a little bit more conservative, and I see the mindset here. I would rather take my chances with giving yourself 18 extra yards to stop this Rigby offense. Listen, the prior play, the disaster, we'll talk about it after this play. There was a lot going on there.
So first down here for Rigby. They'll take the snap, looking to throw it right side as Flowers. It's complete, and it's caught by Thomas, and Thomas weasels his way forward with blockers to the 30-yard line. It'll be a first down after a gain of 10. 2:54 to go here in the first quarter, 13-0 Rigby.
Yeah, Flowers' older brother, Luke Flowers, was the master of that particular play. Throw it out to the sidelines where you have 2 receivers. And generally speaking, you 2 hats on hats and then let your receiver make a play. But the prior play, the play where the fumble or the snap, Rigby shifted at the last second. The defensive line jumped over and they all shifted, and I think that threw everybody off because they were looking at the play clock and trying to figure out what was going on, the Eagle team.
Duenas gets the handoff inside, and he's good for 9 yards down to the 39-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 1 coming up for Rigby, as now they've passed the spot where Eagle decided to go for the punt after 19 yards have been picked up here on this set of downs. It's now 2nd and 1. Rigby's quickly to the line. They've got 3 receivers bunched right at the line of scrimmage, and now Flowers will go up under center this time with 1 back deep behind, standing at the 32-yard line. And they'll fake it, and then they'll pitch it, this time to Golding, who comes around the end. Golding's got a first down. Only got about 3 yards, but he only needed 1.
Yeah, that play is designed, obviously, to pick up bigger yardage, but that's also a setup play. So they ran a bunch. They had a trips formation bunched on this side of us, close to us, which would be the long side of the field. Then they ran a reverse, or they tossed a reverse as they run a receiver on the backside. Watch for that fake later on in the game, because what it's designed to do is pull all the linebackers and safeties to the far side of the field, leaving the broad side of the field wide open.
Here's the snap. They'll pitch it over to the left side. Amani Morrell gets the pitch, and he scoots forward for about 3 yards down to the 45-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 7 there. Here, ball in the near hash. 1 minute and 20 seconds to go in the first quarter, 13-0 Rigby.
Morrell, big back. Skyline transfer. Came to Rigby's, played a huge part of this Rigby offense this year, as they've basically, like we said, run roughshod on the remainder of this 6A classification, whoever else has played them since that first game.
Here's a handoff right side to Duenas, and nowhere to run for Duenas. Only 2 yards, so it's going to bring up 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and about 5 yards here for Rigby. Ball's right in the middle of the Boise State logo, just shy of midfield. 40 seconds to go. This might be the final play of the first quarter. They're quickly going to snap this one. Flowers rolling right, looking to throw. He's hit as he throws it, and it's caught. Great adjustment by the receiver. That's Kason Thomas. Thomas stopped and let the receivers go behind him, and he came back to the ball, almost like they planned it that way, Ryan.
Yeah, almost like, and it was not. They absolutely threw it. He got blasted by, I guess that was Giannini, and it was a very underthrown ball, but Thomas made the adjustment.
Quickly back to the line, ball at the 28-yard line as that big play brings up big yardage and a big first down for Eagle, and couple of yards here, and thrown to the ground is Duenas after a gain of about 5 yards down to the 23-yard line. So it's going to be second down and 5, and Rigby's going to hurry up to the line. There's 18 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Trying to snap one more off, which the ball stopped, or excuse me, the clock stopped. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the clock is stopped.
The ref saying, let's go, turn this thing on.
And the ball came out. A bad quarterback-running back exchange between Flowers and Morrell, and Flowers has to fall on it. He loses a couple yards back to the 26-yard line, and that will do it for the first quarter. So after one, the score is 13-0. Rigby on top of Eagle. We'll take a quick break and be right back here with the second quarter on IdahoSports.com.
I mean, it's such a huge part of the offense. He's had over 200 yards rushing in each of the last two games in this playoff.
Here's a handoff up the middle right side for Burnham. He's got a couple, and now he's across the 35 down to the 37-yard line. Third down, third and about 6 coming up here for the Mustangs. The scoreboard says 13-6, but that is incorrect. It's 13-0. Rigby is on top. The scoreboard's not correct. Just listen to us. 13-0 the score. We're going off the stadium scoreboard there for you. We thought that looked nicer, but we might have to change it if they don't fix the score up there. 13-0, Rigby on top here. 8:40 to go. Big third down here for the Rigby defense and the Eagle offense. They'll bring a man in motion to the right side. 3 receivers over to the right, and they'll bring Burnham out of the backfield. And this time they're going to keep it on the ground, and the ball comes out. The quarterback loses it, and Eagle falls on it.
Wow. How fortuitous was that?
Ramsey just coughed it up. He was running and didn't have anybody around him, got the ball, just it comes out, and luckily one of those big offensive linemen is there to able to fall on it for Eagle on a first down.
Yeah, it was Kingston Critchfield who was following the play, and he ended up jumping on it. It was a good yardage. I mean, the good pickup of yardage. I did like the play call, though. You run Burnham to the far side. Rigby was expecting pass, and Ramsey held the ball. And, again, he's much like a running back there. And he got cute, started dancing the hole, broke free a little bit, and then the ball just popped out.
Want to throw a new wrinkle into the game. It's starting to rain here at Albertson Stadium. First down. Here's a run to the right side, a pickup of a couple down to the 39-yard line. And they've got the scoreboard back updated. 13-0, 7:50 to go. But like we said, a little bit of light rain starting to fall here at Albertson Stadium today. It has rained consistently over the past 3 days.
Yeah, it has. And I'm looking out from my vantage point, and I can see sun out on the hills as you're heading east towards, I don't know, we'll call it Mountain Home or something like that, and all the way around. But over the top of us, we have clouds.
Here's the snap on 2nd and 5. Burnham will keep it. Burnham's got some yards. Burnham's got a first down as he goes left, cuts back inside, and he's down to the 34-yard line for a first down pickup there for Eagle. 1st and 10 Mustangs as they continue to move the ball down the field. Again, they stopped Rigby on that 4th down play. We're able to get the stop. 4th down and short inside the 30-yard line, and now Eagle has got the ball on the move down, knocking on the door of the red zone.
If you have not seen Noah Burnham run the ball, he is such a joy. He just beat a guy in the hole. He juked a guy, left him where he stood, and then he accelerates out of his cuts very well, finds creases like a very, very seasoned back.
Fakes the pitch, now looking to throw deep. One-on-one coverage downfield. Up, it is dropped in the end zone. Had the hands on the ball, did Landon Bolt, but not able to come down with it. Really good defensive coverage that time from number 2, Cannon Korth for Rigby. And just to use a good football play, they went up one-on-one in the end zone, and just not able to hold on to the ball was Eagle.
Yeah, man-to-man coverage, and that's all they're going to run is man-to-man. They do have a safety back, 3 men in the route on that particular play, and Bolt went in, and he knew where he was going right off the snap. He saw man coverage, saw a little bit of a height advantage for Bolt, and he threw it up there, and I thought he was going to catch it. He went right through his hands, and he dropped it at the last second.
Rigby trying to get set up, but they're not there, and Eagle's going to go forward for a couple yards down to the 31-yard line on that play. Rigby was really struggling at the line of scrimmage. They were trying to move players all around, weren't able to do so. Eagle only gets a couple yards out of it. Again, Eagle is alive on this drive after a fumble by their quarterback on 3rd down was able to be recovered. It just popped out into no man's land, and an offensive lineman fell on it, or else this could be a different story right now. But Eagle on the move here, 6 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the second quarter. 3rd down here for Eagle, 3rd and 7.
Yeah, 3rd and 7, and it's two down territory anyways, so you've got to pick it up, at least some of it on this play.
And the read option, Burnham will keep it in his gut this time, and he's down. They're going to looking for the spot here. One official had it at the 27, one the 28. They're going to agree on the 27 here, so it's going to be 4th and 4 yards here, or 3, a long 3, we'll say. 4th and 3. What's the call, Ryan?
Noah Burnham to the, let's say, run him over the right side. But I do like the idea of maybe running the read option to that side, because if they can keep the ball in the backfield long enough, and then you cause, what you want to do is you want to cause Rigby to commit to one ball carrier or the other. And Ramsey's just as capable of picking it up. Look, 4th and 4 at this point.
I think Eagle's going to take a timeout. They're taking their precious time here, and they are. They weren't even in any position to snap the ball, as Ramsey was on the other side of the field. That'll give us a chance to thank Lava Hot Springs. They're your destination for a fun or relaxing day, whichever you choose. Just 11 miles off I-15, their world-famous hot springs are now open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. and until 11 on Fridays and Saturdays. The all-natural geothermal hot springs are always a warm 102 to 112 degrees, so you can come and soak your worries away. Their indoor aquatic center with Kitty Cove is now open Friday and Saturday, noon to 8, and Sunday, noon to 5, with special weekday hours. Visit LavaHotSprings.com for more information. Franklin Building Supply is a proud supporter of local student athletes and all the building professionals of Eastern Idaho. Their friendly and knowledgeable team is ready to make your project a success from start to finish. Franklin Building Supply in Pocatello, worth the trip. Also want to thank High Desert Hardwood in Eagle. They're where woodworkers go to get the best high-quality hardwood lumber, plywood, and custom molding in the Treasure Valley. Take a look in person at 1758 East State Street in Eagle, or you can find them online at highdeserthardwood.com. Here we go, 4th down, 4th and 3. Rigby fans are on their feet across the way. Eagle looking for a first down and their first score of the game. They're going to throw this one, back to throw. Going deep right side of the end zone, and it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Eagle. Great throw, great catch in the end zone, and the Mustangs are on the board. That's Gavin Crawford with the grab in the right corner of the end zone.
Huge need and a huge score for this Eagle offense. And to do it the way they did, too, on that play where they just sat back, it was straight go route on the far side. Gavin Crawford, he's very quick. He's a quick receiver, but he only stands 5'8". And for Ramsey to drop the ball over the top like that and be able to find the receiver in the end zone, especially on that 4th and 4 against this fantastic Rigby defense, that's a huge score.
So the extra point is up, and it is good. Our score now 13-7 after that touchdown reception by number 11, Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford, again, just ran the go route on the far side, and Ramsey took it back. He didn't even actually, there was no fake handoff. There was no play action. There was nothing, and all he did is just lofted it up over the top, and they must have seen something on film of knew who they were going to go to or which defender they were going to pick on.
Meridian Plumbing is the Treasure Valley's top choice when it comes to plumbing in the Treasure Valley. For over 40 years, Meridian Plumbing has been serving new home builds and remodels, farms, and businesses across the Treasure Valley. After your first service call with Meridian Plumbing, it will be easy to see why thousands of customers return year in and year out for their plumbing needs. And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, Meridian Plumbing offers a no-charge dispatch fee. The search for your permanent plumber is one call or click away, and that is to Meridian Plumbing. Choose the safe, local plumber. Choose Meridian Plumbing. So Eagle with the answer. So far only 2 offensive touchdowns scored by either team. The difference is the block punt that was scooped and scored by Rigby. The extra point for Ricks hit off the side of the goalpost, no good. And so Rigby did not get that conversion, so it sits at a 6-point game here after Eagle is able to get that touchdown. The kickoff is going to roll. It hits the pylon.
Wow.
I haven't seen that before. The kickoff went down the right sideline, and it was skating. It hit around the 7 and rolled and hits the pylon. So it goes down as a touchback. There you're talking inches away from getting the ball at the 20 versus getting it way further downfield or maybe forcing them to re-kick.
Yeah, and they were playing the angle kick, and you'll see a lot of teams do this where they kick to where the kick returners aren't, trying to cause a little bit of we'll call it havoc on the far sideline. And so he angled that thing. It was a skim ball. He kicked it low, and he drove it, especially when it's starting to rain a little bit. And you can see the rain starting to roll in here at Albertson Stadium. But anyway, as it rolled in, and it just nicked the pylon on the front of the end zone.
So now we've got a fresh set of downs here for Rigby. They'll take over looking for an answer after that Eagle drive goes in for 6. Flowers is going to go with the draw up the middle. He's got lots of room. He's got a first down and more. He's down to the 34-yard line, a pickup of 14. The quarterback draw for Flowers goes for 14 yards.
Big play, and he's one of those unused weapons that they're ready to use at any time. You know, he's a weapon in a box. How's that? Because he can use his legs as well. He's athletic. Older brother Luke did the same thing. When they need to pick up yards, sometimes they'll just leave it in the hands of the quarterback, try to create some plays.
Here's a handoff this time to Amani Morrell. Morrell's got a first down just right up the gut, and they're going to spot him right after a gain of 10 down to the 44 and move the chains.
You got an injured player, and that's number 7. That's going to be Chance Jones, who came in, and he actually made the tackle on Morrell. He was following him up. And it looks like he hit him pretty hard. He hit Morrell really hard from the backside. Unfortunately, I think he took the brunt end of that one. They're going to roll him on his back. I'm not sure. Tough to see from here what appendage he's grabbing, but it looks like he got rocked a little bit. Armani Morrell. Big back, and as he runs through there, and you can see Rigby really trying to reestablish right now. Okay, looks like he's hanging on his shoulder. Bit of a stinger there. That was the shoulder that he hit him with. But you can see Rigby really trying to reestablish the line of scrimmage, that run game, and not rely so heavily on trick plays, but just running it down your throat.
So it's 1st and 10 here for Rigby. 4 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the first half here in the second quarter, as the rain is as heavy as it's been right now and the temperature has also dropped here in this one. First down, shotgun formation, 2 receivers near side. Morrell's going to get the handoff again. Morrell isn't touched till he gets to midfield, and he's knocked down immediately there. A pickup of 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 coming up here for Rigby, 4:19 to go.
And nothing special about it. They ran the same thing, and Flowers keeping it in Morrell's gut for a little while because he could pull it. And at some point you will see Flowers pull it, but nothing special. Right up the, we'll call it 2-hole.
Rigby taking their time here. No one back there with Flowers right now. 3 receivers to the far side, and they'll bring Duenas in motion. Duenas will now go to the left of Flowers, and a fake handoff, and they throw. And that went behind. They're going to say it's a fumble, and it's scooped up. No! The far official waves incomplete. The head official was waiting for him to make the call, so Eagle runs and picks it up, thinking it might have been a backwards pass on the screen. It went behind the receiver, but it was a forward pass.
Absolutely forward pass. And they run that play quite often where you have, they check the numbers, and if they're running a man defense, they like their chances with 2 receivers blocking for the additional receiver that either comes in motion or is lined up in the slot. And on that time, Flowers threw behind him, and the ball, he couldn't just hang on to the ball. It might be getting a little slick out there with this misty rain that's coming down right now.
3rd down, 3rd and 4 here for Rigby. Again, no one back with Flowers. 2 receivers near, 1 up top, and Flowers goes on the draw. He's got the first down and more across midfield, down to the 42-yard line. He needed 4, got about 10, and it's a first down for Rigby.
And that's going to be huge moving forward, because if Flowers is going to start hurting you with his legs, then you have to leave a spy in there, somebody who's going to watch him to not allow that, and that's going to pull somebody out of coverage, and that's just a matchup problem downfield with these Rigby receivers and these defensive backs from Eagle.
First down for the Trojans. They'll bring a man in motion. This time Duenas gets the handoff. Duenas is tripped up right around the line of scrimmage, but falls forward for a couple down to the 37-yard line. And it is really coming down right now. Heavy rain starting to fall here. It is cold. The temperature, like we mentioned, has kind of gone down over the last little bit. I don't think we're in any snow danger today. You can see Bogus Basin to our left has some snow on the hilltops there, but nothing expected here in the valley today. But I thought the rain was not supposed to come this afternoon, Ryan.
Yeah, there was a 50% chance, and then it dropped to 30, and then it bounced back to 50, and
100% right now.
Now there's a 100% chance. And this is that tropical storm that came off of the Pacific coast and actually knocked power out a lot of places up in the Seattle area that's just continuing to just stick around over the Treasure Valley. We've seen it off and on. I know my house. I tell you what, if we got this during the summer, I would have had a...
Oh, yeah. Where is this in August when you can't breathe because the state is on fire?
This would have been a godsend.
We pray for days like this in late July. I mean, it was bad this year. I feel like after the 4th of July, somebody flipped a switch and it didn't get turned off till September.
Yeah, it got gnarly.
Here we go. 2nd down and 5 here for Rigby. They'll hand this one off to Duenas, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. He'll lose yards. He'll go back a yard. They'll give him forward progress to the 38, but no more. He actually went down almost back towards the 45. So it's going to be first down there, and you see the official running on the field with the ball in a towel, trying to keep it dry. This is going to be very interesting, Ryan, the rest of the way here. If it continues to rain like this, how this is going to change the foundation of this game.
Yeah, well, can you throw the ball? I mean, I doubt it. I mean, this is a downpour here in the Treasure Valley, and, you know, which team runs the ball better, and that's what we're going to find out.
3rd and long here for Rigby. Flowers looking to throw. He's got a man wide open downfield, doesn't take it. Goes to the side, near side, it's incomplete. He had a man streaking down the far hatch just as open as Denny's down there. Just doesn't take the risk, and maybe the ball was wet and he didn't want to throw it, but he decides to go short. It's incomplete, and now it's 4th and about 7.
Denny's, and you know Denny's is going out of business. So
I guess that was
we got to pick something else there. But no, he was wide open as he came. He ran he ran the route right in the seam. But to your point, I think Flowers is moving to his right. He would have had to stop, plant, and throw back to the left. And is there enough traction? I mean, can you grip it
there
well
might
enough?
not be. I mean, it is dumping rain right now. 4th and long. Rigby's going to go for it. Trojans looking for the first down, looking to throw his Flowers. He goes left side, and it's knocked away. It was intended for number 1, Kason Thomas, and jumping in front of the route for Eagle was number 7, Chance Jones. He knocks it down, and now all of a sudden with 1 minute and 50 seconds to go in the second quarter, Eagle's going to get the ball with great field position, a chance to potentially come and take the lead going into the half.
One of the MOs for this Eagle Mustang football team has been able to score the ball in big strikes, and they do that by breaking free and picking up huge chunk plays. And sometimes they'll lull you to sleep with the run game, and then eventually they'll bust something out. We saw them score throwing the ball on the last possession, but the last possession was not raining like it is now. By the way, Chance Jones, picture-perfect play, his break on the ball.
Oh, yeah.
No contact on the receiver, and he knocked the ball, came over the front and knocked the ball away.
And the rain just gets heavier and heavier as we go. 1st and 10 here for Eagle. They're going to hand this one off to Burnham right side. Burnham, he's got some room to run. He's down to the 47, a good pickup, about 8 yards over the right edge for Burnham. 2nd down and 2 coming. And Eagle will have to play with a little bit of sense of urgency. Only 1 timeout in their pocket.
Yeah, 1 timeout. I mean, they may just be working to get into field goal range. I wouldn't take my odds or my chances kicking the ball in this type of weather. But that said, 1:25 clock is ticking. They still have 32 seconds, it says, on the play clock. In the end. No. Don't pay attention to that, folks. By the way, that is coming. You will start seeing play clocks in Idaho high school football sooner rather than later.
Burnham gets the pitch right side, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and a flag comes out as Burnham loses his helmet.
Yeah, that's going to be a personal foul. It's going to be a dead ball foul as they went after and they kind of punched to the head and ripped his face mask off of Noah Burnham. He does have to sit out of play, though. He cannot stay in the game.
Unless it was due to a penalty. I think he can come back in if it's due to a penalty.
True.
Let's see the call here. It is a face mask. So this is about the best case scenario if you're Eagle right now. You get a face mask penalty. It was going to be third down, 3rd and short, but still 3rd down. But now you get a 1st down. You're inside Rigby territory, and you've got a little bit of their old friend momentum on their side right now.
Absolutely. After 4th down stop and coming off of that big score the last time. One thing we are seeing, there's not a lot of pressure, and Rigby has not, other than the one time that they blitzed and they sacked Ramsey in the first quarter, there's not been a lot of pressure on Austin Ramsey. If he wants to sit back and throw the ball right now, ideally, he would have a ton of time.
Burnham goes out wide to the right. This time, Ramsey's going to keep it, go up the middle, and Eagle just continues to pick up chunk yards after chunk yards. That time, 5 yards picked up down to the 33-yard line. Under a minute to go now here, 50 seconds. Clock is rolling. Eagle is not being as urgent as I would think they need to be right now.
Again, they think they're going to break one of these things off, and or they're going to start sending shots to the end zone here quickly.
35 seconds to go now. Clock still rolling. Eagle still just taking their time down there. They'll finally know they're not ready to snap it yet. They take the snap here with 28 seconds to go. They're going to throw it. They've got a man open deep downfield. This one comes out, a wobbly throw, and trying to make the adjustment. No, and the flag comes out for pass interference. Trying to come back to the ball was Noah Burnham, but Rigby had a hold around his waist as he tried to come back and pulled him down. So add on another 15 yards.
And you've got to put some gloves on. This ball is so slick. When it left the hands of Ramsey, by the way, he had Crawford.
He had him. He was streaking.
Wide open. And he couldn't even get the ball there. And I think that's what we're looking at the other side, too, is were they going to be able to push the ball down the field with Flowers? And we're seeing it with Ramsey right now. You just do not have enough grip on the ball.
Yeah, he threw it, and it went sky high. I mean, just picturesque. The ball slipped out of my hands. I mean, just flew up in the air, was kind of fluttering before finally coming back down. Burnham tried to make the adjustment back to the ball, and Rigby they wrapped him up around the waist, and Rigby fans don't like it, but
it was a pass interference. It had to have been called, and as he was coming back, it's the same thing. No, what are you doing?
Oh, Eagles brings a man out on the field, and now they're all sorts of messed up right now. That's going to be a false start or a substitution. Okay.
Yeah.
Eagle, a player was coming on for no reason, and Ryan was trying to help him out.
They weren't listening to me. This is what they were trying to do. So they were going to sub it out. They bring a different package in. Number 9, that was Luke Makita coming in, just a sophomore. and he was running on the field because he was substituting it for Crawford because they were running a different package.
So now 2nd and 15 after the penalty. 19 seconds to go in the half. They're going to pitch it left side to Burnham. Burnham trying to find a hole, can't get it, doesn't get out of bounds, gets to the 20-yard line, and Eagle quickly calls a timeout with 13 seconds to go. They have no timeouts remaining, so if they get tackled in bounds, that's going to be it, Ryan. I don't think they're going to be able to hurry up between the play. It'll be close if they go down in bounds. They got to get out of bounds or score here late in this one. 13 seconds to go, and I just can't help but think they wasted so much time on a couple of plays just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, clock management was not ideal on this possession. Now, they can get a first down. The first down is going to be about the 8-yard line, about the 7-yard line. Clock does stop to reset the chain, so they would get a brief clock stoppage, if you will, and they could get up and they could spike the ball. So essentially what we're saying is every route, every play has to be beyond the 7-yard line towards the end zone. If it's me, I don't mess around. You could do it close. Again, you may want to run those drag routes where you're running somebody, you run an in route, maybe roll Ramsey out to the right with an RPO, and anything that goes deep, send somebody in the end zone, somebody beyond the sticks, and if neither of those guys are open, then Ramsey needs to tuck the ball and get out of bounds. If you're going to do that, or just throw the ball away and kick the field goal.
Again, 2nd down and 12 yards to go here for Eagle. The ball's on the 19-yard line for the Mustangs. And it's really at the 20-yard line. It's ball's on the 20-yard line. Again, the rain is lighter now than it was 10 minutes ago, but it's still raining here. We can't see the mountains across the way from us right now. 2nd down, 13 seconds to go, and now Rigby, the chess match continues. Rigby will take a timeout.
Hey, that's a smart play. You have them, use them. I don't know, you can't take them into the next half, so why not use them? Talk about it. See what you see from the defensive staff is going to be able to relay some stuff to the players. Again, I think if you're the Rigby team, the Rigby defensive coordinator and the Rigby coaches, you tell them, listen, keep everything in front of you. If they catch this thing in front of you, they're not going to have time to get up there. So they may give up something in the interim, around the 10-yard line. That's okay. What they're going to do is set the picket fence up down deep beyond that 10-yard line and not let anything get beyond that. This is one play. This is one play to get to the end zone without any timeouts, or get the first down.
Yeah, if you get a first down, the clock will stop ever so briefly. 13 seconds to go. Rigby defense coming out on the field. Only one timeout left for either team. It belongs to Rigby. So their defense can call a timeout if they want the rest of the way out here. So here we go. Eagle comes out.
Jake Benson, the near receiver. He's a tall receiver, 6'2". He's been known to go up and go after balls, but we'll see what the play call is on this one.
2 receivers stacked to the right side. Ramsey looking to throw. Ramsey steps up in the pocket, goes to the end zone, and it's incomplete out of the back of the end zone. 6 seconds to go.
Yeah, they're gonna go for it. They're not gonna even send the field goal unit out on the field. Ramsey stepped between 2 defenders, and there was blanket defense in the back of the end zone. You saw them drop. There were 5 defenders in the defensive backfield, all the way playing in the end zone, and there was nothing open, and Ramsey trying to make something happen just threw the ball out of bounds.
So a chance here for Eagle. It's going to come down to the final play of the half if they want to tie this thing up or potentially take the lead. 3 backs beside Ramsey. They'll send one in motion over to the right side. Ramsey takes the snap. Ramsey under some pressure. He steps up, rolls right, looking to run it. He's going to take it up the middle, and he goes down with no time on the clock at the 5-yard line. Just unfortunate if you're Eagle. You get it down to the 3, but you took too much time on that play, didn't have a timeout. And you look back earlier in in this drive, Ryan, where they took a minute. It took 30 seconds off the clock on a play and then called a timeout. They just wasted that time, and I guarantee you they'd love to have that back right now as we are done with the first half of play. 13-7, Rigby leads it. We've had a great one here from Albertson Stadium. We'll take a quick break and be back with our halftime report right after this.
road rivals. Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Nissan and Ford charge extra for maintenance. At Toyota, we take care of our drivers. Join us. Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance. Your Health Idaho's got you covered with all you need to know. Open enrollment is the time of year where you can enroll in or change your health insurance coverage. And Your Health Idaho is the place to go for quality coverage at a lower cost. 25% of enrollees pay $25 or less. Make sure to enroll by December 16th to get covered and save money.
This year, vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota. Let's go places.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance. Your Health
Valleywide Cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. Wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Dear Triathlon, let's take on iconic trails and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs. Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back, everybody. It's halftime here from Boise State University as our score is 13-7. Let's tell you once again how we got there. The scoring got started off very early by the Rigby Trojans, who quickly took a 13-0 lead in this one. They got the scoring started at the 8:01 mark of the first quarter with a 4-yard touchdown catch by number 1 for the Trojans.
Number 1 being Thomas.
Kason Thomas. Kason Thomas caught a 4-yard touchdown reception in the back of the end zone for our game's first score. The Rick's extra point was good. Our score was 7-0 at that point. On the ensuing drive, Rigby forced a 3-and-out on Eagle. The Mustangs went back to punt. That punt was blocked. It was picked up at the 5-yard line by number 13, Quinn Bennett. Bennett took it those 5 yards in for the touchdown. The extra point hit off the goalpost, no good. So the score sat at 13-0 at that point. That was just less than 3 minutes later that touchdown was scored. Then it took us almost an entire full quarter, more than that. Eagles scored at the 5:02 mark in the second quarter, a 24-yard touchdown reception by number 11. That was Gavin Crawford, who caught it in stride on the right side for the score. 13-7 our score. Eagle at the end of the half was going down to try and punch it in for a score. Could not do so. They could not get it into the end zone. They got it down to the 3-yard line. Ate up a lot of clock there at the end, Ryan, and you think it's easy to say those things in retrospect, but I guarantee they'd love to have at least 10 more of those seconds back that they kind of wasted there at the end of the half, where they could have at least gotten 3 points on the board with a field goal or something.
And that drive actually was started by the 4th down stop, and they converted. They forced the turnover on the 4th down, and they were able to come down, and so they had momentum. Eagle had momentum on their side. By the way, Eagle will receive the ball to start the second half. And you kind of get this feeling that Eagle is now has figured out a way to move the ball. They're methodical. They're patient. They've been able to throw the ball down the field a little bit. Unfortunately, that last one, as they threw it towards the end zone, slipped out of Ramsey's hand. And by the way, the rain is subsiding right now, in case you're wondering. It is not as rainy. And we don't know what he throws with, how he throws with a glove on his hand, or if he's going to use anything like that. Both of these quarterbacks, Flowers kind of knew his limitations on the drive before that. But in terms of clock management on that final drive, it looked a lot like they were content getting the ball at the beginning of the second half. Again, you talked about it, Logan. No sense of urgency in terms of getting to the line of scrimmage, spiking the ball, stopping the clock, or doing whatever they needed. They did pick up a couple of penalties, which helped them move the ball, and who knows what would have happened if they would not have had those penalties. But Eagle now finding a way to move the ball versus this very good Rigby defense. Now, inversely, Rigby has been able to move the ball between the 30s fairly efficiently, but then once they get down there, Eagle has locked it in heading into the red zone. And to this point, you haven't seen, I would say, the full playbook from Rigby. I think Rigby's now going to maybe be able to open it up a little bit more. Some of the bread and butter plays they do really well, and they're going to start building off of those. Fake it to one side, run it off the other. They've set up a couple of plays for the second half. I expect to see some fireworks from Rigby in the second half, as well as Eagle figuring out how to move the ball in chunks. And we should, in theory, theoretically, should have a good game going down to the wire.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, I think, you heard out there think, okay, Rigby beat Rocky Mountain last week. Took care of business on the road, goes and beats Rocky. Rocky really took care of business against Eagle in that district championship game a couple weeks ago. So I think you just look back and say, okay, that's easy right there. Rigby's going to win this game by a lot. And then I think on the other side, people say, well, you know what? Eagle went on the road and beat Coeur d'Alene, who Rigby lost to. So maybe, what gives here, right? Like, what's the give here? And I think we got exactly what everybody was hoping for. The even matchup, the right down the middle. Both teams look like they're here to win a state championship. And, you didn't get any of that. You don't get – this hasn't been a blowout on either side. It looked like it could have gone that way early.
Yeah.
When Eagle had that punt blocked and Rigby scooped it up and put it into the end zone, you thought, oh, no, here come the floodgates for the Trojans. But in a turn of events, They're not able to score on their next drive. Eagle puts together some good defensive possessions. They get the ball back. They stop Rigby on 4th and short inside, deep in the zone. They go down and that was the drive they score on this after that 4th down conversion. And now Eagle is going to get the ball to start things off here in the 3rd quarter as both teams are on the field to start off this second half. Rigby's going to kick it off. Rigby moving from left to right. Again, the Trojans in the all-white uniforms, white helmets, white jerseys, white pants with maroon R on the helmet and maroon numbers on the jersey. Eagle in the green helmets, or are they black? They're really dark green.
They're green, yeah.
Really dark green helmets with green jerseys and white pants and white numbers. Both teams, phenomenal reading jerseys. There's teams, sometimes you're like, what is that? Is that a 2 or a 5 or a 0 or what? And you can't tell. And we're up here, no squinting needed from the upper levels at Albertson Stadium here at Boise State University. So Rigby will kick it off again from left to right. This will be Ricks who will boot it away from the 40-yard line, and we are underway. This one is going to be a little bit short. It's taken at about the 8-yard line by Zerno. Zerno comes near side. Zerno has a lot of room. Zerno across the 40. Zerno, he's going to go. Rigby's going to not catch him. Eagle's going to score, and all of a sudden we are tied.
And I called it in the first half. They saw something on this kickoff team and the kick return team where they set up the wall left, and they did it again on that time. They saw a numbers advantage, and they ran it out there, and Zerno stayed with his blocks. Not a man. Nobody laid a hand on him. All he had to do was stutter step around the 30-yard line to get one of the defenders to bite, and he took it into the end zone. Phenomenal special teams play right now for Eagle to kick off this half. You couldn't ask for a better start.
We are tied at 13. I think that was, Ryan, 92 yards around the 8-yard line where Zerno caught that. And like you said, he went to his blockers here on the near side. He caught the sideline and outran everybody. The extra point is up, and Eagle leads for the first time today. The Mustangs lead the Trojans 14-3 with 11:46 to go in the 3rd quarter. You needed a way to start off the second half, and you got it right there.
Absolutely. Rigby. Listen, don't be scared. Rigby's been here before. I mean, they know how to come out, be calm and collected, but there's a little swagger on the Eagle sideline as they came out of half. One of the songs came on, and for the life of me, I have no clue what kids listen to these days, but a song came on, and you could see a lot of these players bouncing on the sidelines. I mean, there's just a little bit of energy on this Eagle side as they were moving, and they sat back there. And again, they have that play. They have that kick return set up. Rigby has to be careful because that could go again. The way they set that up, they could run it to the other side. They probably have some variations of that return, and Zerno has done a great job so far just following his blocks on those kick returns. Like I said, don't push the panic button if you're Rigby. It's 1 point down, and you have shown that you can move the ball. You are pretty much a juggernaut at this point, but Eagle trying to dig their heels in now and play some good defense against this powerful Rigby offense.
Eagle is looking for their first state championship.
Since 08.
Yeah, since 2009, I believe, last time Eagle won a state championship.
9. There it is.
Under head coach Paul Peterson. Here's the kickoff. This one is going to die at the 13-yard line and picked up by Rigby there. Can the Trojans answer? They can't. They're wrapped up after a gain of 12 on the kickoff return. And Eagle is going to come out on this defensive drive, Ryan, with all sorts of momentum, all sorts of swagger. They're going to be ready to go.
Yeah, be careful, though. Do not overcommit or over-pursue is what you have to be leery of if you're the Eagle defense, because you can get going one way. And Coach wow.
Gonzalez.
Coach A was what they call him. Coach A, Gonzalez. Wow, sorry, guys. He is a master at that, of calling one things and using your momentum against you.
So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. They'll bring a man in motion. Flowers stands on his 20-yard line in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Duenas inside. And Duenas goes forward for just a couple, maybe 3 yards. Now let's give him 2 down to the 27. It'll be 2nd down and 8 coming up here, 11:30. If you're just tuning in after halftime, you missed a 92-yard kickoff return by the Mustangs as they now lead it 14-13. An exciting state championship game here from Boise State. 2nd and 8, shotgun, and Eagle jumps off sides here. A lot of contact at the line. This is exactly what Rigby wants. Now, this is going to be second and short now instead of second and long, Ryan.
Yeah, it's a momentum killer. It's not the end of the world. You could see how amped up this Eagle defense is, though, and a couple of those guys go both ways, and you can see off defensively how that has really bled into the other side. But when you're all twitched up and you're ready to make some, penetrate and get back to the offensive backfield, that hard cat will get you.
Second down and 3 now. This time they'll run it left side, and a first down and more by Duenas. Duenas still rolling up the middle. Duenas to midfield. Looked like he might be able to pick up 1 or 2 on that. He fights forward for more, all between the hash marks there for a first down.
He looked like, you remember how they used to say some of those guys would put with the Crisco or they would spray olive oil. That's what it looked like. Nobody could bring him down.
And Duenas still going here on the next handoff. Still going. He's inside the 35, down to the 32. That's a great analogy. He is like somebody's buttered him up. Like they can't bring him down.
And this is what you have to be careful of. This is what I was worried about for Eagle. How would this big offensive line with these big backs, how would the defense handle this play after play when they're handing the ball off?
Duenas gets it again left side. Duenas a 9-yard pickup. Duenas has done this entire drive on his own from the 25-yard line down to the 22-yard line. And whistles blow. Eagle is going to burn a timeout. Great response by Rigby, Rigby goes on a phenomenal drive, and they force Eagle to use a timeout. That is not what you want to do if you're Eagle. You want all 3 of those in your pocket. This game's coming down to the wire from what we've seen right now. You're going to wish you had that back. And not only do you have a phenomenal drive going, but you force your opponent to burn a timeout.
Yeah, 2nd and 1. A lot of options here. And quite frankly, if I'm the offensive coordinator on Rigby, I know that I can hand the ball off right now and I can get 5 to 7 yards. I mean, that's just a given. They've shown that. Also, I think going into the half, they saw something knowing that they could probably run the ball. They left some in the tank knowing that they were going to be able to run the ball in the second half. That said, Eagle has to make adjustments. If that means bringing in more defensive linemen, so be it. It just means that your outside help, your corners, your defensive backs are going to have to lock it down, because here comes the play action. Absolutely going to play off of those huge chunk runs by Duenas, and here comes the play action, and Flowers has shown all season long that he can put the ball where it needs to be. Now Morrell in the backfield, who gets even bigger than Duenas.
So second down, 2nd and 2 here, 2nd and 1 for Rigby. Shotgun formation. Morrell in the backfield right behind Flowers. He'll move to Flowers' left, and he'll get the handoff from Flowers. He's hit in the backfield. He does rumble forward, and he ends up getting 2 yards and a first down. He was hit about a yard behind the line of scrimmage, but falls forward, only needed 1 for the first down. Got 2, 1st and 10 coming for Rigby.
Tough guy to bring down is Morrell, and talking a lot of his opponents, some of the opponents, and they just don't love the ball in his hands.
10 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Another handoff to Morrell. Morrell squirts forward. Morrell into the second level, down to the 4-yard line. They'll mark him at the 5. Rigby just as dominant on this ground game so far on this drive, and they are rushing right up to the line, wasting no time. Flowers goes back in the shotgun. He's got Morrell to his right. He's ready for the snap already. There it is. Morrell gets the handoff, and Eagle able to get some pressure that time, only a 1-yard gain.
Flowers acts like an additional coach out there, and he's making play calls, and they trust him so much that he's going to make the right call. All they do is signal in 1 or 2 plays. He knows what's going to happen. He makes the call at the line, and hands the ball off again for a touchdown.
And this one goes right in the middle, and that is Morrell, who's going to score the touchdown. Rigby takes the lead on the Amani Morrell 3-yard touchdown run. The score now 19-14. We'll see if Rigby tries to recoup that extra point now, or if they'll wait. Looks like they're just going to boot the extra point now.
Yeah, you got to kick the extra point. Take the points. You have the lead. Yeah, but it's not a given at this point either.
Kick is up. That one is good. So a 3-yard run by Amani Morrell makes it 20-14. Rigby retakes the lead. Idaho Drug and Rigby, a tradition in pharmacy since 1947, where your health is their priority. Whether you need a prescription refilled on their mobile app or a gift for that special someone, visit Idaho Drug at 139 Main Street for all your pharmacy and drugstore needs. They also offer free local delivery. Idaho Drug is a proud supporter of Rigby Athletics and wants to wish the boys good luck in the championship this afternoon. At Jab Construction, they won't tell you they're the right choice. They will show you. As Rigby's #1 custom home builder, they are dedicated to honesty and communication to ensure your property is built the right way. Go Trojans from Jab Construction. And finally, Rigby, Brolam's Fresh Foods in Rigby has been a proud supporter of the Rigby Trojans since the beginning. Good luck here in the state championship from Brolam's. Brolam's, of course, the one of the nicer grocery stores over there in eastern Idaho. They're all up and down the I-15 Highway 20 corridor there from St. Anthony down to Bear Lake. They're dotted. I believe there's, Montpelier has one, Blackfoot, Shelley, Idaho Falls, Rigby, Rexburg, St. Anthony. Here we go. Here's the kick. That one is drifting left. It's going to be caught at the 5-yard line by Zerno. We'll see if Zerno's got any more magic. Not this time. He's going to go out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So a great job on the coverage that time for Rigby. They don't let Zerno get anywhere near to what we saw earlier.
Yeah, and they did it by kicking directionally. And they said, listen, I was shocked they kicked to him. But if you're going to kick to him, that's exactly what you want. They put it in the air and allow the kick coverage team to get down the field and put it down along that sideline. They did not allow him to get across the field to get the wall set up for that kick return. And so directionally, they did exactly what their special teams coach asked them to do.
The Rigby fans making some noise with their chance of defense across the way. 1st and 10 Eagle, ball on the far hash to our right. This will be a direct snap to Burnham. Burnham goes back inside, cuts up, and a good pickup on 1st down. He's down to the 22-yard line there on the far hash. A pickup of about 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
That's a tough one to defend. I mean, you know it's going to be a run, but the question is which hole is he going to attack? Burnham, a very capable, Ramsey's a very capable runner, but with Burnham in the backfield, obviously he's not going to throw the ball. So you stack the line of scrimmage, but he dances and he does such a good job, Noah Burnham does, of picking his hole and then exploding through it.
2nd down, 2nd and 4 here, 8:48 to go, clock rolling here in the 3rd quarter, 20-14, Rigby on top. Shotgun again, this time it's Burnham again, and Burnham loses yardage. He's brought down in the backfield by number 3, Parker Graham for Rigby. This is going to bring up a 3rd down. Did he lose a yard there? I don't think so. I think no gain, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, 3rd and 4. They're bringing in their, I guess you would call it their throwing package at this point.
Yeah, they'd been doing a direct snap to Burnham the last couple of plays. And now the Rigby fans really making some noise across the way. 3rd down and 4. 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go. The Trojans lead it 20-14 in the state championship here from Boise State. Pistol formation this time for the Mustangs. 1 man back behind, and a flag rolls. This might be a delay of game.
No, they're going to give him the timeout.
Eagles going to burn another timeout. They've used 2 timeouts, and we're not even halfway through the 3rd quarter. Just a couple of critical time management issues here for Eagle so far in this game. Taylor Chevrolet is proud to support Rigby Athletics. They've been serving the Upper Valley for over 90 years with excellent service and a stellar sales team. Taylor Chevrolet is home to oil changes for life. That's right, buy any new or used vehicle and never worry about your oil again. Taylor Chevrolet is your Southeast Idaho auto leader with a wide selection of Chevrolet and Cadillac models. Come in today and get the vehicle you want with oil changes for life. Visit TaylorChev.com for more information. If you're someone who enjoys a propane fireplace but are having problems with your pilot light, unexpected noises, excessive soot, or strange odors, give Fall River Propane a call. They service all makes and models of fireplaces, propane fireplaces. Fall River Propane, your full-service propane leader. Here we go, 3rd down, 3rd and 4. Here's the snap. Burnham's got room to run. He's got the 1st down and more. He's still on his feet down to the 35-yard line. They'll give him the 36. A huge run on 3rd and short.
Good play call. It was a read option, but they knew they were going to hand it to Burnham the whole time. They pulled the backside guard who led up the hole, and was able to blow one of the linebackers off of his block, and Burnham ran right on his hip. And Burnham does a good job of exploding through the hole. They were actually reaching, and you could see this. Rigby trying to strip the ball, but Burnham hang on, got flung probably forward for a couple more yards.
So 1st and 10, 7:20 to go now here in the third quarter. They'll hand it off right side. Lots of room to run. Breaking free. There goes Burnham. He's at the 40. A flag comes out. Burnham makes a move at the 25. He's tripped up there, but a flag comes out around the spot where Burnham really broke free. Let's see if there's a hold that brings it back. I think so.
Yeah, it's on the far sideline. It's way past the line of scrimmage, but you're going to see a hold.
So this is probably it's about 20 yards downfield that this hold occurred. So it's not going to be it might be first and 2 or 3. Yeah, it's probably going to be first and very short here for Eagle. So they do still get something positive out of this, but Burnham broke free down the sideline, got down to the 20. So, yeah, it's going to be 1st and 2. They're going to spot it at the 44-yard line. They need the 46 for a first down.
Yeah, but they see something they like now, and as they pull, what they'll do is they'll take the tight end, because they run those 2 wing tight ends. I mean, they're basically in a 12 package. And the tight end's leading up the hole as he's coming across the formation along with the backside guard.
They'll bring a man in motion left side. This time a pitch down to the left to Burnham, and Burnham is going to lose yardage actually here. He's going to get knocked back to the 42, a loss to 2. Couple of different Trojans in there. I think Larson was one of them.
They're swapping a different package. I think Makita's coming in now, the sophomore, who filled in for Burnham when Burnham was injured during the season. He did a good job as well in terms of running the ball, and Eagles superiorly talented, or much more talented than a lot of the teams along the way, while Burnham was on the mend as they get him back for the playoffs. And you can see how dynamic and explosive he has been, and what a critical part of this offense Noah Burnham is.
20-14, Rigby on top. 6:20 to go here in the third quarter. Here's another handoff to Burnham. He's rolling forward, and he's got the first down. He was met at the line of scrimmage, and his little body plowed through those big Rigby defensive linemen. I mean, talk about power on power right there. And like you said, Burnham is maybe 5'7", maybe. On paper. And he fought forward and got the first down all by himself.
I'm telling you, it's leverage. You do the physics of it, and his lower leverage and lower center of gravity, he's able to keep those legs straight and turning forward, and he's able to push the pile. I mean, obviously get some help from his team, but good play.
1st and 10. They're going to send Burnham out to the right side. They'll run this one up the middle, and nowhere to run. New man in at quarterback. That's Gavin Crawford, who took the direct snap that time. Crawford got maybe 2 yards. They're going to give him the 49-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8 with 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter, 20-14.
They even faked Crawford. They even had Crawford fake the throw. They had him take off his gloves as he was the quote-unquote backup quarterback on that. Now, Crawford has played quarterback in the Eagles system before this, and so it's not too far-fetched to see if that play isn't run with him throwing the ball in the future.
2nd down, 2nd and 2. Ball here on the near hash at the 49-yard line. They will do the read option, and they'll keep it this time. Will Ramsey. Ramsey gets to midfield and just to the other side of the 50, but that's it. It'll be 3rd down after that short gain. It'll be 3rd and about 7 coming up here for Eagle.
3rd and 7, and now the play calling becomes more interesting. Obviously, the ball has to go down the field. With 3rd long last time, they put the ball in the hands of Noah Burnham, but they have not gone back to that power lead play where they pull the backside tight end and the guard. They are in the formation now to maybe see that play.
Ramsey in the shotgun. He's going to send Burnham out to the right side. Ramsey looking for a block. He'll keep it himself, goes forward for a couple yards, and does not get it. Not even close. Maybe a yard gain on that. It's going to be 3rd and long, or 4th and long now. 4th and about 5.
4th and 5, and they are going to go for it. I mean, this is no brain on this one. You kick the ball, you get it in the end zone. You net 30, but you can't not.
This is a must convert right now for Eagle, the way that Rigby defense or offense went right down the field. 4th down, and a timeout's going to be called by Rigby. So both teams having to burn timeouts on this drive as Rigby's going to talk about it here. 4th down and 5 yards to go for Eagle. They trail it by 6 right now, 20-14. Rigby leads with 3:47 to go in the third quarter. Lava Hot Springs is your destination for a fun or relaxing day, whichever you choose. Just 11 miles off 515, the world-famous hot springs are now open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. until 11 on Friday and Saturday. The all-natural geothermal hot springs are always a warm 102 to 112 degrees, so you can come and soak your worries away. Their indoor aquatic center in Kitty Cove is now open Friday and Saturday from noon to 8 and Sunday noon to 5 with special weekday hours. That's Lava Hot Springs in eastern Idaho, just south of Pocatello there. Franklin Building Supply is a proud supporter of local student athletes and all of the building professionals of eastern Idaho. Their friendly and knowledgeable team is ready to make your project a success from start to finish. Franklin Building Supply, worth the trip. All right, here we go. It is 4th down. Big play coming here for the Mustangs. Shotgun formation. Looked like they're trying to get Rigby to jump off sides, and now they've come back to the pooch punt position, and everybody moves early for Eagle except the center.
Well, that was awkward.
Everybody moved, and he looks back with open palms like, well, what did I do? Like, well, you didn't snap the ball. And he smacks his helmet. Now Eagle's going to come out in the true punt formation after that.
Well, and so ironically, the play before that, before the timeout, they were actually going to do the exact same thing, and they were going to have Ramsey do it. In fact, he was walking towards the sideline, and they were trying. Rigby did not need it to burn that timeout. That was not going to play. The play wasn't even going to happen.
So 4th and long, 4th and 10 they'll call it. Eagle is back to punt. Punter standing back on the 32-yard line, so they'll wait there. Here comes the kick. The last one was blocked. This one gets off the foot. It hits at the 22, rolls out of bounds right in front of us at the 17-yard line. Rigby will take over 1st and 10, ball on the 17-yard line. Trojans moving from left to right. It'll be on the near hash as we get down to the end of the third quarter. High Desert Hardwood in Eagle is where woodworkers go to get the best quality hardwood, lumber, plywood, and custom molding in the Treasure Valley. Take a look in person at on East State Street in Eagle, or give them a call today, or visit their website at highdeserthardwood.com. High Desert Hardwood, proud to support the Eagle Mustangs.
And the last drive was not that they only scored, but it's the way that they scored. That one really hurt. Obviously, the points, they went down if you're Eagle, but if you're Rigby, it's how you punish this Eagle defense.
Here's the handoff coming here to the near side. A couple of yards there, maybe 2 down to the 20-yard line for Duenas. Duenas does get to the 20. It'll be 2nd down and 8 coming up here for Rigby.
And if you're Rigby, don't change the script. You don't need to do anything different. At some point, you'll pull out a play action, but if you don't have to, if you can keep this ball. By the way, rain has stopped. Obviously, you would say the grip on the ball is a little bit better at this point. But if you don't have to throw the ball, if you can literally pulverize this defense, why not?
3 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Trojans lead it by 6. They'll hand it off. No, Flowers will keep it. Flowers is going to lose yards here. He's getting wrapped up at the 15-yard line. Can't get any further, and this is going to be 3rd and long.
They made some adjustments. So if you look, a couple of different players have come in now. That was number 70, big boy. Why can't I see his number? That's number 78. So number 78, that's Anthony Toomey, and he's a senior, 6'2". They have him listed at about, no, they say he's 215. There's no way. 285. That looks a little bit better.
Yeah, no way.
285, and he's been able to maybe stick his foot in the ground now and not allow them to blow him off.
Flowers wants to throw across the middle. It's incomplete. In and out of the hands of the receiver, Evan Freeman. He was a little bit low, but Freeman would have – he was still about a yard or 2 short of the sticks. Even if he caught it, he's not getting the first down as he had a defender right there ready to make the tackle. So a 3 and out. Hey, if you're Eagle, that was about the best case scenario besides maybe forcing a turnover. But you get Rigby to punt for the first time today.
You do. And not only that, you saw the ball came out funky from Flowers. When he threw it, it was kind of a wounded duck. And it makes me wonder how cold it is down on the field. Sometimes if your hands are that cold and you can't grip the ball with kind of a slippery ball, how he's going to be able to handle it moving forward.
The fair catch is called for by Crawford right at midfield. So Eagle gets the ball back in great field position. They essentially get it about the same spot where they ended up punting last time.
Fair.
So if you're Eagle, you say, hey, guess what? That all worked out just fine. The Mustangs will take over first and 10. I mean, the ball cannot be any closer to the dead center of the field than it is. It is on the 50-yard line. It is right in the middle of the Boise State logo. Dead center of midfield the ball is.
Yeah, it is. In great field position to start out and really reestablish yourselves. Your defense took a beating on the prior drive, able to come out and get a 3 and out. And what's that?
We just have a fresh dusting of the clouds have cleared from the mountains, and a fresh dusting of snow has appeared after that. The temperature did drop, like you said.
Absolutely.
You were wondering if it was cold down there. I think it's cold up here now. They're going to throw this one on first down. They're going to go deep down the far sideline. It is caught. It is caught through traffic. A flag comes out for pass interference. They don't need it. It's caught down to the 11-yard line. That's Landon Bolt with the reception.
Bolt, he did it with a man hanging all over him. Bolt, just a sophomore, and you can see why they have so much confidence in him. He dropped what would have been a touchdown pass earlier in the game. This time, able to hold on to the ball, and it was just a go route. Ramsey was looking for Bolt the whole time, took the snap, didn't even look off a safety, instead lofted it up there, and they really trust the hands of Landon Bolt, just a sophomore.
That's a phenomenal catch. I mean, the flag was out before he caught the ball. I mean, he had a defender all over him. Never turned his head back. You might get away with that if you're turning back and looking at the ball, but not so. So the ball's at the 11-yard line. Eagle can get a first down inside the 1. 1:55 to go here in the state championship game, the third quarter, I should say. Eagle coming out quickly. They'll move a man in motion to the right side. Waiting for the snap is Burnham. Burnham takes it right side. Burnham breaks free. Burnham across the 5 down to the 4. It'll be second down and 3.
Right side of the offensive line just collapsed the defensive line. And Burnham, he started intentionally in the middle of the line, bounced outside, and you just saw the weak side of that far side just collapse as he picked up some key blocks. That was a 7-yard run on first down. That is Eagle football.
Second down, again, Burnham in the Wildcat, I should say, formation. Burnham will send a man to the right. Ball on the far hash. Burnham's going to keep it. He'll run right side. Burnham cuts back in. Burnham is down to the 1. He might have a first down.
Yeah, I think he does.
So it's going to be first and goal from the 1. Eagle will have probably 4 cracks at the end zone here with it. No, they're going to – the near official has it at the 1.5. The far official has it at the 1, and we're waiting to see what they do. We've got a Rigby player down.
Is that what it is? Okay.
I think it's number 70.
78?
Cash Williams. So Williams down. Looks like to be his left leg. We'll take a really quick break and be right back on IdahoSports.com. All right, welcome back. Now, it is a first down. The ball is at the 1-yard line for Eagles, so they'll have a couple cracks at the end zone. Burnham is in the shotgun and the Wildcat. He's going to take it. Burnham leaps for the end zone, and he's going to be short. He tried to jump up, and Rigby's trying to say they have the ball. I didn't see anything. I didn't see the ball come out, but I'm not down on the field. So
yeah, they're saying second down. Now, I didn't think you could leave the ground in Idaho high school football. I honestly didn't think that was a – I'm surprised they allowed that. Now, maybe I misread it. Maybe you can't leapfrog somebody. Maybe you can't hurdle somebody.
And now whistles blow and a flag. Was that a flag?
Yeah, see, they're going to say he jumped. I'm telling you, I think that this is the rule. They're going to say he jumped, and they're going to mark it off.
Oh, they're going to talk about this. And the officials have come together. They're waving off the flag.
Well, turns out what I know.
What do you know, Ryan? Get out of here.
Seriously, who am I?
Ooh, it is cold up here. It was very nice. I didn't even have I'm glad I brought my jacket. I almost didn't. It was nice before this storm came in and the temperature has plummeted. And it looks like it might even be starting to rain again. The rain has come. What a weird day here at Albertson Stadium. It started off, it was probably in the low, mid-50s. It was a nice day.
It was at least 50 as I walked in.
Sun was shining through the clouds, a partly cloudy day. Rain comes in, and it was pouring rain, and the temperatures dropped. The mountains across from us have a fresh dusting of snow on the upper edges of that. And now the rain stopped here. We saw the sun come back for a minute, and now the rain is back. So Eagle comes out after all of that. It'll be second down, second and goal from the 1-yard line. Burnham again will come out in the Wildcat. This time to his right, he has Roman Walker, listed as a tight end, to his right. There's the snap. He's going to go right side, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagle. Burnham punches it in from 1 yard out, and we are tied once again.
Great play call. What I love about it is Burnham sets up his blocks very well. Started in the middle of the formation, and then he just bounced it to the outside. Again, that right side, just collapsing everything as he got around the edge, basically untouched to bring this game even. 20-20 with 20 seconds here to go. How about that? 20-20 with 20 seconds
to go. Oh, you can't make that up. You can't make that up. Here comes the go-ahead extra point for Eagle. The kick is up, and it is good. We're at an angle where we can't tell until the officials put their arms up. So it's good. Eagle retakes the lead 21-20 here at the state championship game. You're listening here on IdahoSports.com. Let's thank once again Meridian Plumbing. They're the top choice for plumbing in the Treasure Valleys. For over 40 years, Meridian Plumbing has been serving new home builds and remodels, farms and businesses across the Treasure Valley. After your first service call with Meridian Plumbing, it will be easy to see why thousands of customers return year in and year out for all of their plumbing needs. And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, Meridian Plumbing offers a no-charge dispatch fee. The search for your permanent plumber is one call or click away, and that is to Meridian Plumbing. Choose the safe local plumber. Choose Meridian Plumbing. Also want to thank Fall River Propane. If you're someone who enjoys propane fireplaces but are having problems with your pilot light, unexpected noises, excessive soot, or strange odors, give Fall River Propane a call. They service all makes and models of propane fireplaces. Fall River Propane, your full-service propane provider. Thanks to all of our local sponsors who continue to help year in and year out bring these broadcasts to you at home live and free wherever you may be. We thank them for that. So please, next time you need something, support a business that you heard here. If you use us at IdahoSports.com, the best thing you can do is, to continue to use us here at Idaho Sports, but go and support the businesses that support us, because they help get coverage for your brother, cousin, son, nephew, whoever it is playing here in this game. They are the reason helping us get this to you free at home. Here's the kick return, and Freeman breaks free. He's at the 40-yard line. A great return. That's Owen Golding. Golding is across the 40, and a flag comes out at the end of the play.
Yeah, I think there was a block or a hold. Yeah, they're going to call holding on the far side. And
it's right at the end. It was right where Golding went down. You didn't need to do it. So this is going to come back a couple of yards, but still a great return by Owen Golding.
Yeah, good return, and kind of a kickstart, a boost to this offense, which has been was very flat on the previous possession. Prior to that, when they ran the ball down, marched it, and Duenes basically took it on himself, and Morrell was able to punch it in. They ran the ball really well. This last drive, trying to do the same thing, Eagle making the adjustments, brought in a little more beef along the defensive line, and now we'll see what the counter strike for Rigby is this play. What does that look like? Again, we talked about the conditions are a little cold, a little slick, and Flowers, his final throw, or the last throw that he threw, came out a bit wobbly.
21-20, Eagle on top with 11 seconds in the third quarter. This could be the final play of the third quarter. They're going to run it right side with Morrell. Morrell across the 35, across the 40. He's still going down the sideline. Morrell stays in bounds. No, they're going to mark him out at the 38-yard line. Morrell tight-roped the sideline, and I thought he was gone, but they'll say he stepped out at the 38. Wow.
Yeah, it's because he wears size 12 shoes. If it was 11 and a half, that's not out of bounds. And they just marked him out. And there was a okay, so that's going to be the end of the quarter. There was a referee right on the side. I'm going to trust the eyeballs on that because from where I am, he did not step out. I thought he was gone.
Man, what a run by Morrell to end the quarter. Thought maybe he had given Rigby the lead back, but not. They'll call him out at the 38-yard line. Shout out to our officiating crew today. Our head referee is Corey Fazio. Umpire is Dan Davenport. The head linesman is Dennis Hastings. The line judge, Mike Totko. The side judge is Scott McClure. Field judge is Brad Higgins. And the back judge is Jamin Udy.
So I didn't think Morrell was the outside of the tackles kind of runner, but absolutely showing a quick burst on the sideline. Tough to bring down. And again, we're going back to the adage of it looks like these backs now are greased and nobody can get a hold of them. And it was ironic. I was watching one of the defenders coming in to make the tackle, and it was like, do I go low? Do I get trucked? Do I try to push him out of bounds? Because Morrell easily landing in around that 230 mark as a running back at the high school level. That's a big back.
He's a big boy back there. We flip into the field here. Rigby now will move from –
okay, so
I think there was some lightning in the area.
Yeah.
So we are in a lightning delay. So this is going to push us back at least 45 minutes, I believe, is what's going to happen here. I'm not sure the official countdown that will come on, but I'm sure everybody right now is wishing that we were at the at Holt Arena in Pocatello.
No kidding.
Because we wouldn't be rained on, it wouldn't be cold, and we wouldn't be in this delay. So we've got a weather delay. We're going to take a break, and we'll put a little note on the screen so you don't have to sit and wait for us to say anything that just says we're in a weather delay. We'll take a quick break and be back here and let you know more information that we can find out. We'll be right back on IdahoSports.com.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Idaho, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
Insurance.
It's about whatever makes you say to yourself, I am great.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here. The clock is down to 3 minutes left in the delay as the rain just continues to fall here. We were lucky. We were looking at the radar. I'm sure you've done the same. There was a lot of red behind us, and it was looking very not good for a while, but it looks like it broke up. A lot of the bad, worst part of the weather went further north of Boise, kind of split up in the Meridian area. But I tell you, the temperature has just absolutely plummeted. It is freezing right now, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that are in my shoes and your shoes where it was nice when we walked in. It was nice. And if I had known the temperature was going to plummet like this, I would have worn a lot more warm clothing. But we are getting ready. Both teams are back on the field. They're almost done with their warm-ups. We are in the fourth quarter here of this one. 21-20, Eagle leads it, the state championship from Albertson Stadium. We've had 3 scores here in the second half. Eagle scored on a 92-yard kickoff return, and then Rigby answered with a 3-yard touchdown run, and then Eagle answered again with another touchdown, which gives us our score right now. We'll have to get everybody settled back into this one as soon as we're ready, as the rain is still falling. There is pooling water on the sidelines. Puddles just are all over the blue right now. There's puddles on the field. I see it. The 40-yard line has standing water. The 39-yard line on the other side of the field has standing water. This is going to be a very interesting game. This is one where we were joking earlier that, hey, Holt Arena sounds really nice right now in Pocatello. But at the same time, you are never going to forget this. Might not be super fun in the moment, but this is one you'll talk about for years and years to come. I played in the state championship at Boise State in the pouring rain. It was freezing cold. There was a lightning delay. You'll remember it forever. As we are ready to go, it's going to be 1st and 10.
And by the way, yeah, I'm here, folks, too. I know. That's cool. Sugar Salem runs it out again and wins another state championship.
Yeah.
28-14. Talk about a dynasty. Sugar Salem, which, by the way, is only like 8 miles away from Rigby High School.
Right.
Talk about the quality of football that's being played in eastern Idaho. Hillcrest, state champions, the 5A. This will be the first ever 6A state champion in the state of Idaho. So former 5A state or former 4A state champion. Last year, Bishop Kelly beats Hillcrest on this field. I actually broadcast that thing, missed field goal, and we went with that. And, okay, here we go. They're teeing it up, man. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, 1st and 10, Rigby. This is the first play of the fourth quarter. So let's do this. 1st and 10, Rigby. Ball is at the 38-yard line. Trojans moving from right to left as you hear it. Flowers in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's going to run, throw it right side, a short pass, this time to Morrell. Morrell scoots forward for a gain of 9 down to the 29-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Morrell is like a closer in baseball. I mean, used to tap Mariano Rivera or others, but at this point you bring in Morrell, and he's so difficult to bring down because he's such a big, strong kid. And you can see, I think Makita's on the sideline over there. He was the one that initially hit him to drive him out of bounds. And these cold weather and making contact cannot be fun. That's number 7. I lied. It's going to be Chance Jones, who's had a heck of a day today. And you can see him. He's just hurt. So he's had an injured shoulder throughout the season. And when you lower that thing like he did on the sideline, and you can see him trying to work it out, bit of a stinger. Probably going to have some off-season work done on that thing, but trying to finish it out. But overall, cold. Man, it's not fun.
No, it's cold, and I'm sure it's even worse down there. It's really funny. The last game I did here at Albertson Stadium was the Idaho Bowl, which is a new all-star game being held in the state of Idaho with the middle school, and it was as hot as it could be, almost 100 degrees, and now we're almost completely opposite of that. As it's a very cold day. But the Idaho Bowl, they're accepting nominations now. Forgot to mention that. Be sure to go to IdahoBowl.com. It's a middle school all-star game. We'll be right here broadcasting again. Not sure the location, but last year it was here at Boise State. So be on the lookout. You can apply today at IdahoBowl.com. Be sure to go check that out. It's Idaho's premier youth all-star event of the summer. 2nd and 1 here for Rigby. They'll bring a man in motion from left to right. Flowers going to take the shotgun snap. He hands it off to Duenes, who's got the first down out of the 25-yard line.
And a steady dose, getting back to what they did on that first conversion, that first drive that they scored in the second half, and they're going to continue to do that. It's going to go on and on. And they run that play, and again, they'll snap the ball, and both Flowers, and if it's Duenes or if it's Morel in the backfield, they'll run towards the line of scrimmage even as the ball is being snapped.
Yeah, it's almost like a false start. They are just going as soon as that thing is snapped. Everybody moving forward. 1st and 10. Flowers back to throw this time. He'll go deep right side. He's got a man. It's got a step. It's caught. Touchdown, Rigby. It's caught in the end zone, and the Trojans retake the lead.
Take the lead on a dime, and he drops it in there, and his big-time receiver, that's number 3, and that's going to be Parker Graham. And before the game, we got told, hey, keep an eye on Parker Graham. He's going to make some plays. But to the credit of the defense, Zane Wright, the defensive back, was in incredible position. In fact, when he caught touchdown, Wright's arm was locked up in the ball. He had it all the way in there. It was a great defensive coverage, but an even more exceptional catch, just a straight go route on the far sideline.
So here comes the makeup play. Rigby missed an extra point, and now they'll go for 2 to try to recoup it. 26-21, Rigby trying to get it up to a 7-point lead. Here's the snap, Flowers, the shovel pass inside, right on the money. It's caught by Youngstrom, and everybody was focused on Duenes here to the near side. The quick shovel pass underneath. What a great play call from the Rigby coaching staff.
And you can thank Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid for making that thing absolutely viable. And you watch that. It's actually a triple option. Flowers can keep the ball if he wants. He can pitch it out, but the play is designed. If it's covered, he can pitch it to Duenes on the outside, but it's designed that underneath and to kind of make sure everybody falls asleep underneath. And that went for the score, the 2-point conversion, pushes it to that 7-point lead again. A score now, a touchdown by Eagle, 11:23 left here in the fourth quarter, only brings the game to a tie.
So 28-21, 11:23 to go in the state championship. Rigby on top. We were in a weather delay for, it was about 30 minutes, maybe a little more than 30 minutes. It was right around 4 o'clock that we started the delay and got started right around 4:30, maybe a little bit after that. But here we are. Rigby comes out firing, wasting no time getting started here after the delay in the cold. It looks like the rain might have stopped right now. The Jekyll and Hyde day continues. I mean, the clouds are as dark can be across the way from us, but that is going east, so that should be out of our picture right now. So here we go. Rigby will kick off from right to left. This one is going to drop at the 13-yard line. Here comes a return from Eagle, and nowhere to run that time. Nowhere to go for the returner, number 11, Gavin Crawford. He only got up to the 20-yard line, only a 7-yard return that time. 1st and 10 for Eagle at the 20-yard line. They've got 80 yards in front of them to try to tie this one up.
Crawford that time did not follow his blockers. In fact, he ran into the back of Makita. Zerno, and if he would have given a second, there was a crease on the near sideline as they attempted to set up that wall again. The same thing that Zerno scored at the beginning of this game, the second half.
Rigby fans making a lot of noise across the way. Here's the first down play. It's a run up the middle with Burnham, and he only gets 1 yard down to the 21-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 9. Right in the middle of the field, 11 minutes and 7 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter, 28-21 Rigby.
In Burnham, a lot of movement just to pick up that 1 yard, and they'll do the shotgun. Everything's run out of the shotgun for Eagle, and so Burnham runs 5-6 yards to only pick up 1 yard. One of the pros and the cons, the con is got a lot of movement to get to the line of scrimmage from the shotgun position.
2nd and 9, shotgun for Eagle. Looking to throw this time is Ramsey. Ramsey wrapped up in the backfield, and he's going to lose yards. He's sacked, brought down at the 17-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 13 coming here for Eagle, and the Rigby defense smells blood in the water right now.
They do. That's a great analogy. Eagle at this point has to take a step back. I mean, you look and they rushed that play. If he would have taken a step back and moved to the far side, he had 2 men open on the far side of the field. There wasn't even a lot of pressure. There was 1 man causing the pressure. He had 3 offensive linemen standing around him, and Ramsey tried to make a lot happen, stepping up in the pocket. Needs to use the feel of the pocket around him to know where to escape to be able to launch the ball.
It's loud in here right now. Really, only the bottom level of Albertson Stadium is open, but Rigby's filled most of their side. Here comes a 3rd down play. Ramsey looking to throw. He rolls right, throws it downfield, and it's incomplete. And there's a flag. Eagle was begging for the call, and they get it. And I don't disagree. There was some face guarding there, not turning around. This is going to be a pass interference, a 15-yard penalty, and enough for a first down. It's not an automatic first down, but this will be enough.
Kobe Walker had covered Burnham out of the backfield, and when you're doing the scramble drill, it's either come back to your quarterback or run away from it. And as Ramsey was looking at it, he pointed downfield, threw the ball short, and Walker didn't get back to it. He didn't allow the receiver to make a play on the ball. That's what drew the penalty. If you're looking at it from a pure, hey, did I have my hands on him? No, but he impeded the receiver, Noah Burnham, from making the reception.
Little gamesmanship going on here. Boos raining from the Rigby side. The Eagle sideline erupts, giving them like, yeah, let's hear it. And then Rigby or the Eagle fans cheering after the call. 1st and 10, Eagle after that penalty gives them a first down. They'll run it up the middle and get nowhere. No gain, back to the line of scrimmage for Burnham on the Wildcat run.
Nothing. Kingston Critchfield pulled from the far side. A little scoop block, trying to create some space inside. But you can see at this point, Rigby's really packed the middle of that defensive line, pulling the linebackers close to the line of scrimmage and not allowing Burnham to find any kind of space.
Again, the Rigby fans, they're making a lot of noise for not, this is the stadium sits, I don't know, around 34,000 here at Albertson Stadium. There might be 7 or 8 here in attendance today. The bottom level is all that's open, but they're making a lot of noise. 2nd down, rolling left with it is Ramsey. He's going to go deep. Got a man downfield, and it drops incomplete. It'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting play call. I think somebody didn't run the right route because there were 2 receivers in the same spot. And Ramsey threw the ball right, and it dropped right between them, and it wasn't far enough for one, and it was too far for the other.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 10 here for Eagle. Last time they had a 3rd and 13, and a pass interference call gave them a first down. Offense continues to substitute. Different players coming in and out, trying to get everything set up. Rigby sideline asking the fans to get up and make some noise. They do so. Shotgun formation for Ramsey. He'll send Burnham out far to the left. Ramsey looked Burnham's way. Now he's going to take it himself. He's going to be sacked. He's brought down. It'll be 4th down. The Rigby defense holds.
Austin Ramsey is just getting too jumpy with his feet, and he had a man late breaking from the near sideline. And I don't know. I'd have to look and see. I think it was Crawford that it was breaking. Anyway, he had a man going. If he would have stayed in the pocket and not stepped up, again, using that feel, he's such a dynamic runner. I think he was trying to rely on his legs, but if he would have just settled in a little bit better, had a man breaking who was coming free, and there was no deep safety help.
8 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the 6A championship. Rigby by 7. Eagle set to punt it away. Standing at his 35-yard line to return is number 3 for Rigby. That's Parker Graham. He'll call for a fair catch, and it is caught at the 40-yard line. Rigby has a chance to ice this away as they, there will be time left no matter what, but if they can take 5 or 6 minutes off the clock here and score, it'll make it very difficult for Eagle.
Yeah, with the way they've been able to just pound the ball up inside with Duenes and then bring your closer in with Morrell, you can only imagine this is going to be basically one of those 5-6 minute drives. Even starting at the 40-yard line, they should be able to grind the clock at this point.
3 receivers up top this time. Rigby moving from right to left. Ball in the middle of the hashes. Flowers has a back to his right. It's Duenes. And he will give it. Nope, that's Morrell. Morrell gets the handoff. Morrell picks up about 7 yards down to the 47-yard line. And that's what Rigby wants. They'd love to pick up 5, 6, 7 yards per carry and just copy and paste that every single time. They're not trying to bust a 50-yard run right now. They just want to work some clock. Another handoff this time. This time again to Morrell. He's got the first down across midfield down to the 47-yard line.
Morrell's so tough to bring down. He keeps that big body, gets it even lower, and I'm telling you, the kid's 220, 230 at least, and he runs north and south. We saw him break one horizontally, but he is so difficult to bring down. And then you come back with Duenas, who also is a punishing rusher, has a punishing running style. It could be a long, sustained drive here.
They'll hand it off once again. This time it's Duenas. Duenas, he breaks free. He's got a good pickup on first down, and that's another big gain. That's going to be 9 yards on first down to the 38-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, the thing we're seeing, too, is Rigby is actually spreading them out. They put in 3 receivers. They do have jumbo packages. They'll bring in 3 tight ends. Flowers will go under center, and then they're running the ball. They're trying to keep Eagle honest on defense here by spreading them out and not allowing them to pack the box.
I formation for Rigby. They'll hand it off. It's Duenas. Duenas up the middle. Duenas with a first down and more. He's down to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 8, another first down. Rigby's not slowing down either. They are running quickly to the line. They're trying to win a state championship and do it right now.
Well, and there's the old Mortal Kombat, finish him, and that's exactly what they're doing right now, is trying to put a nail in the coffin. Could they run it, grind it, wait? No, they're not even eating clock. They're playing their game, their tempo.
2 back to the right of Flowers here, 6:30 to go. Flowers gives it to Morrell. Morrell up the middle. Morrell breaks free. Morrell into the second level. He's at the 10-yard line. The 5, dive for the pylon. He is in. Touchdown, Rigby. Amani Morrell goes in for the score.
Morrell so tough to bring down, and he keeps those legs moving. We saw 3 tacklers just bounce off of him, and nobody can go low. You go low on him, you're going to get run over. You go high, and he sheds you. And like we said, as a closer, you bring your guy in, and now Rigby up 34-21, 6:20 to go. And with the way they've been playing defense on the last drive and the way they're able to kill the clock, heck, not even kill it, they just went for a touchdown. Let's call it what it is. You're starting to see this Eagle team maybe running on life support at this point.
Extra point is up and good. Our score is 35-21. It's the biggest lead of the day. Right now, 14 points. Rigby was up 13-0 and then found themselves in a hole, trailing a couple of times today. But right now, they lead it by 14 with 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
So not doable. Still 2 timeouts to go for if you're Eagle. Let's put on our coach's hat if we're Eagle at this point. Listen, got to start striking. What they're going to do, their game has never been to throw the ball, air it out downfield. That is not what they do. They've been able to break big runs, and their chunk plays come off of running plays. Noah Burnham right, left, Ramsey taking one here and there. But they are going to have to start airing it out down the field. That's going to start with them being able to sustain blocks up front. That offensive line is good. They have some Division I recruits on that offensive line. But Austin Ramsey has to trust the offensive line, use his sense around him, and step into the pocket, step away from the pressure, not into the pressure, just looking to run the ball.
6 minutes and 20 seconds to go here from Albertson Stadium. Rigby leads at 35-21. Amani Morrell with a beautiful 30-yard touchdown run that could have been the exclamation point, the nail in the coffin, the final blow, whatever you want to say, for the Trojans. Here's the kick. This one's going to fall at the 10-yard line, and Zerno will take it. Zerno looking for a hole. Zerno gets up to the 30-yard line, 20-yard return. He's brought down there. Zerno, of course, brought one back 92 yards to start the half. But right there, not able to get much going, and Eagles going to have to, like you said, Ryan, they're going to have to go to the air to some degree right here.
Yeah, you need a quick score. You can't just run the ball, grind it out, take 5 minutes. You can't even take 5 minutes to get a score here. This has to come 2 to 3 minutes, get a score. Then you're looking at a stop where you're going to. It's a monumental task to stop Morrell or anybody else from this Rigby team, but it's got to come quickly.
Here's the snap. They'll pitch it right side to Burnham, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. He's going to be brought down by number 27. That is Isaac Kepner on the stop.
Kepner came flying in, and he was hitting the backfield. Burnham tried to spin free, has such great balance, but at this point, you got to look at the urgency. This needs to be a no huddle. The problem is, and I'm just going to say it, that is not Eagle football. They do not have an urgent. They do not have a 2-minute offense. That has never been part of it. Yes, you kind of practice it, but if you haven't had to use that all season long, trying to dig it out right now, you can't do it. It makes it difficult.
2nd and long here, 2nd and 14 coming. And the read option, they'll keep it with Burnham. Burnham bounces outside. He's still on his feet, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage originally, maybe a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 9 here.
Again, these plays are not urgent plays. It's not like, I don't want to say this, but don't play to your fate. Like, create your fate. If you are the Eagle Mustang offense, create your fate. Because what you're doing right now is you're running what you've run all season long. 5 minutes to go, down 2 scores, not happening.
The crowd making a lot of noise here for Rigby on the opposite side. Big 3rd down. They can almost smell the state championship trophy here. Here's a run up the middle, and Burnham is going to be close. He's got a 1st down. So they run it right up the middle, and Burnham gets a 1st down under the 42-yard line.
Yeah, Burnham did a good job following his lead blocker there, but again, you got to play with some urgency. They're just burning time between each play. They're letting at least 25 seconds run off of the clock.
So 1st and 10 and 4:25 and counting here. Still taking their time back there. Here's the snap. Ramsey will hand it off left side to Burnham. Burnham trying to fight forward, able to get maybe a yard there, and that's it. Nothing else. Clock still rolling here, 4:07 to go.
I mean, I don't want to say, but it looks like dejected body language. This is Burnham again on the ground.
Yeah, it's Burnham. He's injured. They're going to have an injury timeout here to come attend to him, so he'll have to come out for a play. Looks like he's favoring his left or his right shoulder, right arm. Just been beat up in there so far today. So now 4:03 on the clock. It's 2nd down, 2nd and 10. They said no gain on that play. Clock should run once the official gives his signal. Ramsey with the ball. Ramsey's going to go deep. Going down the near sideline, and it is incomplete. Intended for his receiver, number 87, Bolt, who had the touchdown reception earlier, not able to grab it right there. Good defense by Rigby.
So it's difficult to watch to a certain degree because you know that it's going to be one route and Ramsey's thrown one throw. There's no reading anything right now. It's a predetermined where he's going to go with the ball. At the same time, they have so much faith and trust in Bolt and Ramsey getting the ball down there that you've got to maybe at some point say, okay, maybe we trust something else.
3rd down, 3rd and 10. 3:57 to go in the state championship. Ball on the 43-yard line of Eagle, middle of the field. One receiver here to the near side, everybody else bunched up to the left. A fake pitch, now looking to throw is Ramsey. He throws it, and it is incomplete, in and out of the hands of the receiver. It was there. It was across midfield. It would have been a 1st down, but Eagle just not able to hold on to it. That was intended for number 4, Jack Giannini. Giannini just couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, that was actually the play that he should have gone back to Bolt on this near sideline. Bolt ran a delayed go route, and he got the guy to jump him short as he ran past him. At that point, Ramsey committed to throwing the ball to the far sideline to Giannini, and it came up short on that play. But, boy, so many opportunities, and Eagle's going to look back at this and go, dang it, we had it. We had our shot.
4th down. Here comes the championship. If Eagle wants to win, they're going to have to convert right here. Here's the snap. Ramsey looking to throw. He's under pressure. Rolls left under a lot of pressure. Going to have to throw it. He tucks it and runs and goes out of bounds. And Rigby with the stop. 3:43 to go. The Trojans, or should I say the Red Devils, can smell themselves a state championship right now.
Yeah, that's going to be all she wrote, 3:43, and you can expect a healthy dose of Morrell or anybody else in the backfield at this point to just run that ball, and Eagle only able to stop the clock twice. It's such an unfortunate, if you're an Eagle fan, if you're an Eagle supporter, it's unfortunate to see the second half unwind like it did, but coming out of that rain delay, boy, they sure came out fired up.
So first down for Rigby. Ball on the 43-yard line inside Eagle territory. They'll just keep this one on the ground. They do so. That's Duenes. Duenes pushing forward. He is down to the 37-yard line, a pickup of 6.
Yeah, and a couple of substitutions now. You're getting some players on the field as they want to get some experience for some of these other players you're starting to see with a 14-point lead, 3:23, and really showing no signs at this point of even being able to stop the run. Looks like Rigby's going to cruise. Oh, and by the way, the sun's coming out.
Yeah, of course. Why not? And now we've got more snow on the mountaintops. The snow has moved down a little bit more. Second down to 3 minutes before they snap this ball. Will Rigby. And they'll hand it off now right side. This is a different ball carrier. This is number 6. Waldron with the carry. He gets a couple. He's got a first down over the right side down to the 29-yard line, and that should just about do it. Rigby can milk this one away.
Yeah, first down was it, and that was the nail in the coffin. Again, Eagle had the easier route to get to the state championship versus, say, Rocky. Rocky and Rigby were on a collision course from the beginning. Eagle had to go up and take care of business at Coeur d'Alene. Did a phenomenal job of putting them away, but in the end of the day, when you play in the state championship, it is a feed into its own. They don't like being second place. I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say last year's team was almost better. In fact, they were better than this team in terms of talent top to bottom with a bunch of college football commits, and there was a handoff up the middle, and that was Duenes, who went for about 4 yards. But this team probably overachieved after Burnham got injured. They were able to maintain it. West Lynn really took it to them. Played Rocky Mount in this SIC championship game, basically got beat badly, and then turned around, and there sees the second half of the game versus Madison, and you're now starting to see what this team was by making the state championship. Congratulations. I mean, it's a great job by Eagle, but all in all.
So here we go. Second down, clock still rolling, 1:45 to go, and here's a run up the middle. And just a couple, they're going to get a first down.
And state championships are just to be expected at Rigby. I mean, you come in and you're going to compete for a state championship. That's what you do. You compete for a state championship. They pass the mantle from Luke Flowers to younger brother at quarterback, and he comes back his junior season now and is leading this Rigby team, who's going to finish at 12-1 for the state champion and be state champions. First time ever 6A state champions.
1:23 on the clock right now. They're going to take the handoff. Over the right side, it's Duenes. Duenes still on his feet. Duenes still going. Duenes, he's going to score for the exclamation point. Duenes goes in from 20 yards out, and Rigby is going to find themselves hosting a blue trophy in a matter of minutes.
Absolutely, and just a tough run by a tough runner. Duenes, the closer. I said Morello was going to be the closer, but Duenes comes in and just eats the clock up, and got to feel fantastic if you're a Rigby fan. Eastern Idaho put 2 state championships up on the board and skunking Western Idaho again, keeping them off the podium, a number 2 finish. Rigby really taking care of business. That's 2 years in a row. Highland took it last year in this quasi-same classification, the 5A last year, but then this year, Rigby comes back and takes care of business and shows who's still king of the mountain.
And the extra point, that one is no good. 41-21 our score. They trailed heading into this fourth quarter. So Rigby, again, they trailed 21-20 heading into this fourth quarter, down by a point. Come out really on fire. They really were invigorated by that break. They come out and score 20 21 points here in this quarter to take a big lead with 1:09 left. They will have an opportunity to have their defense come out and finish off this game and win a state championship. They did not win it last year. They won it the year before. This would be, they've won it, this would be their fourth in the past 6 years.
Fourth and six.
The only two to break that up, 2020 Rocky Mountain won it, and then last year the game was won by Highland.
Yeah.
But 2019 Rigby won, 2021, 2022, and now it looks like they're going to win in 2024. Here's the kickoff. This one going to be caught at the 5-yard line. Some room to run here across the 30, still on their feet. Eagles trying to do everything they can to stay alive. That's Crawford who takes it all the way up to midfield. And a flag is on the field. Must have been from the return. They're still working out the call here.
I think it's a holding call. It's going to go against Eagle, and it's way back there. And at this point, with a minute left, yeah, see, they're marching off 10. So it's going to be a holding call, and that was on the return. So it's going to go from the spot of the foul. And again, 21-41 is your score, a 20-point lead, a minute left. Obviously, they're gonna play this out because you want to die with honor. But hey, a lot of credit to this Eagle football team. They did things really well. They got their act in gear and picked to be one of the best teams in early on preseason. They were in the top 3, and they maintained that basically through the whole season. And they come out and they do a phenomenal job in terms of getting to the state championship. Handoff there for about
Walker. Walker takes it for a couple. So he gets, 7 yards on that down to the 19-yard line. So 45 seconds to go. This could be the final play of Idaho high school football in 2024. Here's the snap. They'll hand it off one more time. Go left side, some room to run, a first down and a little bit more. Picked up there by Walker, and Walker goes down, and whistle has blown, I believe, just to spot the ball. 31 seconds. We'll see if Eagle snaps it one more time.
Yeah, I'd be surprised. They'll snap it one more time. This should be the last play.
20 seconds, clock rolling now. 2 receivers up top for Eagle. They'll hand it off now to the right side. Some room to run up the middle. Down to the 39-yard line is Walker. And that's a first down. So the clock will stop with 9 seconds to move the chains. So we'll once again see if Eagle decides to snap it one more time.
Yeah, they're going to sit on it right here. Clock's going to end.
And you can hear them count down, and that is it. Rigby has won the state championship. The Trojans once again are champions of the state of Idaho. They are your first ever 6A state champions. 41-21, they win it over Eagle.
And congratulations to a dynasty. And we talked about early on how this team had gone and they put it together. 1 loss at the beginning of the season, then after that it was basically downhill. Well, I guess uphill, whatever causes the most momentum for them, and they did it on the back of a strong running game and Flowers throwing the ball when needed, because this team was absolutely built around a power running game. I talked about it early on. They look like a college football team. They really do. Between the white uniforms, the size, the execution, and how they put it all together, a lot of composure, and they did a phenomenal job. So hats off to this amazing football team from Eastern Idaho, from Rigby, coming in to be the first ever 6A state champions.
So we'll take a quick break and be right back with our IdahoSports.com player of the game right after this.
Let's talk about open enrollment.
Hello? This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of IdahoSports.com is strictly prohibited.
Welcome back, everybody. All that's left to do is to name our IdahoSports.com player of the game. Today's player of the game, of course, is brought to you by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to always keep your head in the game, whether you're on the field or on the road. Remember to be in the moment and keep your head free from distractions. So our player of the game today, we just went back and forth. It was a tough decision. We're going to do a co-player of the game, Amani Morrell and Jersey Duenas. Both of them just completely dominated on the ground for Rigby. They got it done, and especially in the fourth quarter. All of that was done on the ground. They did have a touchdown pass in that time, but really the ground game of Rigby came out after that the last score by Eagle and said, we're done with this. We're taking over. So Jersey Duenas, Amani Morrell, your co-players of the game for Rigby.
Yeah, and they did it as a committee, and it didn't matter who had the ball. Both of them were incredibly difficult to bring down. Amani Morrell, absolute beast and just huge in the backfield. And Duenas showed the athleticism during the whole football game, eating up chunks at a time. So absolute hats off to both of these young men as they are co-players of the game for the first ever 6A state championship.
Well, this has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the 2024 Idaho High School State Football Championship, brought to you by Project Filter, Your Health Idaho, Ideal Idaho College Savings Program, Valleywide Cooperative, your local Toyota dealers, Dip Fusion, Helmet Reconditioning, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. This broadcast was also made possible by our great local sponsors here today. Let's go ahead and thank all of them one more time. Idaho Drug, Jab Constructions, Brolum's, Taylor Chevrolet, Pro Pete, Fall River Propane, Lava Hot Springs, High Desert Hardwood, Meridian Plumbing, Franklin Building Supply as well. Special thanks to everybody here at Boise State for helping us get set up, and thanks for letting us sit inside the nice warm press box during the rain delay. That was much appreciated. Congrats again to the Rigby Trojans, or should I say the Rigby Red Devils, for winning the 2024 6A State Football Championship. Thanks again for joining us here for the final Idaho High School football game of the season as Rigby wins it 41-21. For my broadcast partner Ryan Luke and everybody else behind the scenes here at IdahoSports.com,